Hi, welcome to our last episode of the year 483 of the Pendragon campaign. I'm Bob the host, and we'll just rip down the list of our wonderful knights before we get going. Thomas.
Well, hi. I'm one of those. My name is Torrance. My name's Thomas. I haven't been replaced. And I'll be playing Sir Goratrix.
Your next character now has to be Sir Torrance. I guess.
Sir Torrance.
Sir Torrance.
Hello, I am Mark, and I shall be playing Sir Edward. Here to fuck shit up.
Liam.
Hi, I'm Liam. We can see my face today, and possibly for the rest of time, we'll see. But I am playing Sir Dalan of Durnford, and today I'm going to have a real bad time. Something doppelgangers, right?
Exactly. Something doppelgangers. All right, so I'm going to just go through kind of the layout here, and we'll do this on camera so people can see. All right, so we have, here's Camelot Forest. Here's all the manors of the knights, our player characters. And then here is Winchester Castle, Duplain, and last but not least, there's Laverstock, which is where the complaint came from about the unhorsed knight.
Oh, I love this.
So, I can't seem to get Liam's camera. There we go. I think I fixed it this time. Okay.
Well,
So let's maybe take this one step at a time, because there's some decisions to be made. So let's start with Dalan, who, for whatever reason, not labeled appropriately right now, but that's okay. So, Dalan, what is your plan for who are you rallying to this? Who are you calling for aid here?
well, that list is pretty small. Dalan knows it's at least going to be convenient for Goratrix if he doesn't have to show up to Winter Festival. And also, there are exactly 2 knights that Dalan totally trusts, and has close by to help out with this one. So, of course, Edward and Goratrix are invited to come and assist on this. I think Dalan would consider sending a letter to Jaren as well, but I think they'll decide against it just because they would not like anybody in that house to know that this is even potentially happening. So I think I'm content. Yeah, I think I'm content with who we got.
All right, and so just to clarify though, typically your squires would be attached to your hips. So considering that, let's talk about what the plan is there, and what kind of information you're providing to our 2 knights here, so that they know what they're showing up to, or are they given instruction, for example, like don't bring the squires? Like,
I think I should roll trusting and suspicious to decide on that.
I love that idea. Something I want to start doing more of is testing our traits. I think those are our values.
That is a 12 out of 11 failure for suspicious.
Imagine a critical.
And a 7 out of 9 trusting success. So I think Dalan will just inform the boys and let them decide what they want to do with that situation specifically. As for Gwagon, I think Dalan is going to... Oh, look at the little lad. Dalan's going to pull him aside and just kind of be like, hey, you might see some weird things. I've been sworn to not discuss them super openly for the Count. So if you don't feel like you're comfortable, like you don't have to go on this mission, basically. But if you do go, you're going to have to keep your mouth shut about stuff.
Did he have a low Valorous?
I don't think so. Let me double check what he had.
Just want to make sure. So we didn't give them all the traits. So as long as it's not like an 11 or a 9
He
or
had
something.
no, he had he did have a 15 suspicious.
Yeah.
But 15 hospitality, 11 generous, 15 suspicious, and 13 singing. That's all.
I think Gwagon is willing to come along for this. More so
Wonderful.
out of his fulfilling his own curiosity. Anything else?
Good. He's promising not to talk about it though, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
good. Alright, I trust him, he's fine.
And what about, maybe we'll go over to Goratrix at this point. What would Goratrix do given this scenario?
Picture this. The time, 5:30 in the morning. Edith, with his lazy of 16, is lying there in his bed. And then suddenly, in the De Winterbourne Stoke Manor, the door opens and goes, "Edith, we're going to Camelot Forest. Bring your stuff."
When? Later?
"No, today. Very much now. We need to ride soon so we can get there."
All right. I'll be ready in a minute. He's not.
Goratrix isn't going to throw ice water on him or anything because it's winter and that would be cruel. He is, however, going to bug him.
Okay. Just some solid verbal annoyance. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Gorgeous picks up the
opening
bed.
door goes, yeah.
Strong words, loud words.
Yeah. Just picks up the mattress, moves it, places it closer to the door.
It's one of those pranks where you wake up with your air mattress in the pool, except for it's
When he finally gets up, it's like he just emerged from water. You just see him all of a sudden, he's like, and his hair's like straight up in the air, kind of thing. Classic Chris Farley kind of style, hair straight up.
hell yeah.
But yeah, Goratrix is absolutely happy to go, and I think he knows enough about Sir Dalan that he knows there could be sensitive things. However, he is also trusting enough to trust his lazy squire.
Right. Last but not least, we have, which I say from Mark all the time because there's the last person. No, it's usually Liam. Actually, I'm gonna go down the list. But what about Edward?
I think Edward's gonna bring Cadfael along. Mostly because he needs someone to help carry his shit. And two, maybe this would be good training in learning how to fight, observing a fight, and also learning how to keep your mouth shut for honorable reasons.
Oh, I love that lesson. That's my favorite lesson.
It's the best lesson.
And remind me, did he have a low? I feel like someone had a low valorous. Was it Cadfael?
I don't know if I need to check. Oh my god, his picture's changed.
Yes,
He grew up.
he's a grown up.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I did confirm, by the way, he is 18 years old, not 17.
Okay.
He does look.
Oh,
so
okay.
different.
I need to correct that then.
Yeah, I went back to like the third or fourth episode where we provided him, and he was that was 480 still.
Yes, he is a valorous of 11.
Okay.
That's him.
So Cadfael says, "Wait, where are we going?" Did you tell him?
Camelot Forest.
Yeah, Camelot Forest.
Yeah.
He says, but isn't that one haunted?
Yes, very much so. Get on the horse.
He's already a pale boy, but he goes super pale to that one.
Get on the horse, Shinji.
It's very haunted. There are things to fear. However, we don't feel such things.
I think the question in this case is very much, who does he fear more, the forest or Edward?
I know which one I'd choose.
Same.
Okay,
right.
This might be good though, guys. What if instead of my brother who's turned into a bandit, what if it's just his angry ghost? That's way better in Dalan's mind.
Being alive and dishonorable would be worse than him being a restless dead.
This ghost is bleeding a lot. What's going on here?
What's going on with that? Ooh, weird.
Ghosts always bleed so easily.
Yeah.
You'd think it would be harder, and they'd bleed some kind of weird ectoplasm, but no. Turns out later we've just been killing really pale people, which, considering this is the British
Yeah.
Isles, could be anyone.
I feel like that's also very on brand. Just thought they were ghosts.
I thought
How
they
were
were
we to know?
Yeah.
They were Irish!
They didn't announce themselves as not ghosts. You
They
It
said
was-
killed them in their
clearly,
sleep.
just didn't
They were
do it.
speaking tongues. That was Gaelic.
It's
It's close enough.
close enough.
All right. So where would Dalan organize the lads? Where are you gonna rally them to?
That's an excellent question. I just tried to drag the stream again.
I do that all the time.
Let's see. So probably we want to avoid Sarum because that's where the feast is, and we don't want to be seen there right now.
Mhm.
So let's do probably Falt. Falt's probably a good place because it's right on the edge. It's probably got, some place that we could sleep if we need to wait for the others to catch up. I think that's probably a good place.
So you're gonna gather in the Manor Falt right here.
Yes. Is there a village nearby that's not the manor?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the Lord's probably out, right, for the feast?
Would you like to talk to Sir Default?
Oh shit. You know what? This is what Gwegon's for. I could send Gwegon ahead in my stead, yes? And he could scout it out for me. Is that doable?
Yep. What would you provide Gwegon as far as like directions in this case?
Yeah, Dalan will like ride most of the way and make camp if they have to, but like basically just go like just say, oh, Dalan, great idea. Dalan's going to write a letter and just have Gwegon deliver it, just on the grounds of seeing if the Lord is there or not. The basic vibe is just like a, hey, me and some of the other knights might be traveling this way soon. Are you willing to put us up for an evening or two while we investigate something for the Count? Because that all lines up with the cover story that the Count gave us anyway. So,
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me, let's call it a courtesy roll for your letter to House Default.
okay.
Wow.
Al? As a 10 out of 13 success. I hope this isn't the guy that I robbed, that Dalan robbed. That would be real embarrassing on my part.
All right. Sorry, just wanted to get rid of somebody here. Stream.
Oh.
Goratrix catches an arrow in his throat and falls to the
Oh.
floor dead. Oh, on the stream, never mind.
No, you're all good.
Yeah.
We won't waste the time for everyone else.
Somebody saying not good things.
It's fine. Welcome to Twitch.
Yeah, it feels like we passed a milestone. That's our first. That's our first one.
Right?
I
There'll
didn't
probably
see
be
it.
more eventually.
I also didn't see what he said, but it was bad enough to get deleted, so that's
Yeah.
good enough for me.
They'll be back, and in greater numbers.
Sure. All right. I don't know how to fix my chat, so I'm just pretend. Actually, give me a minute. I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah, no worries.
If I don't fix it, I'll lose my mind probably.
I know the feeling. Oh, Lily.
I'll spend way
My
too much
cat has
time.
come.
Lily cameo.
She's down on the floor. You may rise if you wish, Lily. Just don't step on my laptop. Oh, for fuck's... Okay. Well, there she goes.
All right. So yeah, you rolled. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay, I'm back with it.
Yeah, 10 out of 13.
All right, maybe we'll move to the three of you. You're staying now on the roadside. This will be one of the roadside. Where would you guys meet? Probably close to Sarum, but not in it proper. Would that be fair?
Yeah, that tracks.
So this can be maybe a small, like a small home on the side. I'm not going to get into the details. It doesn't really matter. We'll see. The three of you are
That
in a
is
room together
perfect with me. Yeah.
and give you a chance to have a nighttime talk as you wait for Gwagon to return.
Haha, because we're all knights. I like it.
Yeah.
Right? Get it? Get it?
Yeah. After we, everybody's eaten and rested, down will kind of sit down by the fireplace, where if we've got one, wherever there's warmth and
Let's
kind of warm your
say you
hands.
do. Let's say you do.
Yeah. Down will go. Thank you for greeting me. Thank you for meeting me, agreeing to meet me, I suppose.
Of course, we would do nothing less. This
Mm.
sounds serious, even on the face of such matters.
It is. I know I didn't explain very much in my letter, so it warms my heart that you came so quickly. I'll not waste any time. Sir Dalan was recently spotted in Camelot Forest, and he stole another knight's horse.
Are you speaking in the third person and just had a good reason for it, or hold on?
I don't think that's the case.
And then late to the party, Goratrix shoots up like a bolt from the blue and goes, "Oh, that's strange. I mean, both good and bad in equal measure, right?"
I don't know yet. When I encountered the Goblin Knight, he very much implied that my brother had moved on, but, well, if he's back, if he's not dead, and it's going to complicate things, not just for me, but for the Count as well. And if he's acting dishonorably, why wouldn't he come and see us? He didn't even try to see our mother, or...
It is not a good sign if he is stealing horses.
No.
Indeed not. When he fell, he died at sea, correct?
I don't know. He simply never returned from his campaign. Enough time passed that we had assumed, but he used to write lots of letters, and when they stopped coming, I don't know.
Really? Sorry.
Why would he turn to common banditry? Especially if he could simply tell the knight of which he took the horse from who he was and be welcomed back.
Any knight of good standing would have helped him.
I'm afraid I don't have answers where you seek them. In fact, I crave them dearly as well.
If it is indeed your brother, we shall knock some sense into him. And if it is someone else using his name, we shall bring justice to them.
I fear that it may be even more complicated than that. I spoke to the Count recently. I was honest with him.
And
He
was he amenable?
he made it very clear that the laws of the king stand, and if he were to find out the truth, he would have to act on it.
I see.
Right.
But he's not, giving the information to the king as we speak, is he?
No. In fact, he was the one who told me that a knight had been accosted out here by Sir Dalan of Durnford. He's given us an excuse to not be at Winter Court, Christmas Court, so there's that, at least.
Yes, I made no progress in getting a wife, and it would have been weird.
Have you... This is not at all important to our current circumstances, but it's important to me. Has Lady Violet written you yet?
Yet? I figured she'd want nothing to do with me.
I think that situation may not be as much of a lost cause as you initially assumed. I might have had a slight conversation with her last time that we had a feast, and though the situation is still challenging, she's expressed certain... I think you should not close that door for yourself.
I understand? He lies badly.
How's Edward looking right now during this conversation?
Edward's kind of paying attention, but also at the same time he's like, this is none of my business. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Very, very similar expressions to what I'm using right now. Just furrowed brow. If we might move back
let's
to
fight a
the
ghost.
conversation at hand. If it is true that he is accosting knights, there is a distinct possibility that if we run into him, there will be a fight.
I pray that's not the case.
We must acknowledge that there could be a possibility, even if we do not want it to be.
If they are of sound mind, then they will realize that 3-on-1 are not favorable odds.
And if
Fully
they are
realizing
not,
that all of us at some point have fought enemies
3-on-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
separately.
And one, most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wise, they will serve. Sorry, you go.
I don't even want to think about that right now. For now, I think I'll spend some time figuring out the best way to search the forest and not lose our way. I hope you don't mind if I excuse myself.
No, of course.
And Dalan will kind of nod and make their way upstairs. Or wherever.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
separate from fire.
Yeah.
Is there anything that maybe we'll just focus in on Edward and Goratrix? It's just the two of them. If there's anything else to be said.
I will admit, despite the dire circumstances, how they affect Sir Dalan, this is a welcome reprieve from everything else. Hunting through the forests is something I don't think we've done enough of.
I'm more worried about what will happen when we find what we look for. There is a distinct possibility that it will come down to a fight. We may not get a choice in whether or not we want to take this other Sir Dalan in. I'm just saying things happen in the midst of battle.
Indeed. But if they ask for mercy or surrender, we will offer it. If not, we owe it to our friend to do what we can, but you are right. The heat of the moment, yes.
Yes. Mercy. Edward kind of just stares off into the fire.
Okay.
Also, does your squire cook you breakfast, or do you cook breakfast for your squire? Because I'm always up before he is.
What? I mean, I just use standard dried rations, fruits and nuts and things. I don't do a lot of cooking, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I love that.
Goratrix needs lots of protein.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and what is we'll say it's the next morning, maybe next day. Goegon returns. You see the lone rider kind of coming in.
Dalan will kind of jog up to meet him. Good to see you in good spirits. You all right?
Yes, well enough. It seems your letter did what you intended. Sir Default will see you.
So he's in then.
Yes, it seems that he, for whatever reason, he is not attending court in Sarum this winter.
Well, that is both good and bad. Thank you, Gwegon. I know this isn't an optimal first outing, but I appreciate your efforts.
Oh no, it was fine. It was a fairly straightforward ride. Whatever is happening in Laverstock, though, they seem to be uppity, and I decided against passing through.
Oh?
Yeah, seem to be on guard for anyone riding or passing through.
That certainly is strange. We'll have to keep that in mind. Well, there's still more work to be done in the next couple of days, so be ready, keep well fed, and keep warm.
Of course, sir.
And Dalan will go and brief the fellas, get the fellas on board.
All right. So off you go.
Yeah. Riding along. Boys are back in town playing in the soundtrack.
Hell yeah. Goratrix making a mental note about problems in Leverstock. He'll see about them later.
We can make a little detour, right? See what's going on in there?
Yeah. Kill a few
Well,
bandits.
the whole... Maybe. Hopefully not kill any villagers. But hopefully, we should probably sort out the whole Dalan thing first.
Yeah, probably.
I
This
will.
is going to get confusing if we... What do we call him?
Dalan.
What do we call you?
Dalan.
I think you just
It makes
broke
perfect
Goratrix's
sense.
brain.
Edward lies.
Should things come to the worst and there's some amount of chaos and you need to differentiate, call me Elizabeth. It's okay.
Understood.
Very well.
Okay. So
Also, sorry if I keep bobbing in and out of frame. I'm trying to get into my box of pizza over here and it's being difficult with me.
it's okay. We all do it. It happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
so
just 5 minutes ago, my cat was standing in front of the camera for a good minute.
that was
Yeah.
for anyone watching. Just watching Lily go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a reminder for Laverstock, that is the place where the complaint about the particular unhorsing came from.
That's what I thought might be
Yeah.
the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably looking specifically for my colors too.
Yo.
Fun. On that note,
Mhm.
to avoid extra suspicion, how difficult would it be to obfuscate my heraldry?
Not very difficult, not particularly. It's something knights do from time to time. It would be the equivalent of being a knight errant, right? Just to go
Mhm.
and disguise
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I'd say given the specific permissions of the count on this one and the vibe of I don't necessarily want anybody to see a Sir Dalan here and be like, "Hey, ain't that the guy that robbed Sir Avery or whatever?" You know, like
Yeah.
I think it's probably fine to have Sir Goratrix and Sir Edward kind of escort the errant knight to do a thing. Yeah.
Mm.
Seen him while I was pulling up the turnips. I did.
I was pulling up the turnips, I did. More work, me lord.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see a problem with that, though. I'm gonna say, why don't we test suspicious and trusting?
Mm.
You gotta do this to me. All right. That is a 15 out of 11 failure on suspicious.
Okay.
And a 1 out of 9 success on trusting. God damn.
So I'm not gonna rule against like your player decision. I'm just thinking this should represent something for you.
I will say, boy, I really kept myself on mic that whole time while I was chewing.
It wasn't that
I
bad.
will say, I think Dalan will consider covering up their heraldry, but given the win out on the rolls there, I think they'll come to the decision doing mental gymnastics that no, it's if I try to hide myself, it'll make it look more suspicious. You know, if they spot two errant knights or an errant knight riding with just the two people that associate with Dalan, somebody's going to come to a conclusion anyway. So we'll avoid Liverstock, but we'll ride tall.
Yeah. So go wide of Laverstock, but
Yeah, exactly.
understood. Why don't we have this start then with a visit to Falt Manor. And let me just say that for Falt Manor, there is nothing particularly. It is neither awful nor good, neither big nor small. This is the Goldilocks of
Just
a manor,
default, if you will.
if yeah, quite so. So, and for the young knight who holds it, he welcomes you. He is known famously for being temperate. That much you know. But he is neither himself big nor small, neither handsome nor otherwise. He is just your ordinary Salisbury knight.
Boy, what a guy.
Yeah.
Lord Default.
So, Lord Default or Sir Default, after welcoming you or having his servants welcome you in, he would greet with you over a simple meal. He's rather quiet at first, but he says, "Welcome, traveling knights." Your squires, of course, seated on the floor.
I thank you very much for having us, Lord Default.
Oh, please.
Your hospitality does you credit.
It's the least I can do, especially when traveling in a winter such as this.
I am saddened by the fact that I cannot be at Christmas court. I was rather looking forward to it this year.
That is fair. I myself, well, I hope that there were rumors about the Count and certain explanations he gave for announcements around marriages. I really hope that's not true. I haven't gotten around myself to finding the right one.
Exactly, right?
I imagine that might be walked back to some degree, given that most of the knights that I know have not found wives either. But still, it's
Well, that's
hard
a relief
to
to
say.
say. A relief to hear.
Though
Still-
I imagine the Count will still be pushing towards all to get married then.
I don't stop looking just yet, of course. What does prevent you from reaching Christmas Court? You aren't simply avoiding the Count's eyes, are you?
Oh,
Dalan
no.
will try to say that in a way that won't be like a, have you done something wrong, and more of just like a playful, like, you haven't gotten married yet.
Okay. Maybe, I think for this one, I want to test...
Yeah?
I will test your courtesy, and I will give... You have enough intrigue where I'm going to give you the answer to that piece. I want to see if your comment offends the Lord.
Good, very good.
Whether or not your joke goes down well.
That is 17 out of
I know.
13. So, no.
I think I know what his answer is.
Without a doubt, he is here completely dodging the Count. And because it's spoken so plainly in your inquiry, you see him go red in the face as he's... of course not. I have to tend to those bandits through here, and there was issues with labor stock. I will be back soon. And with that, he stands up abruptly. When he goes to leave, he forgot that he had his handkerchief was still tucked into both his lap and
No.
over his wine. The wine goes flying all over him. And,
Oh, I fucking destroyed this man on accident. I
Yeah.
didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
But he's a temperate man. Not that matters for this. But
Oh, buddy. Dalan will do everything in their power not to crack a smile, just like pretend that they didn't even notice. And then the minute he's out of the room, you guys will hear probably for the first time Dalan chuckling uncontrollably.
Dalan, it was funny, but... Goratrix says half reproachingly.
I think
We shouldn't laugh.
I think part of it is the pressure of the situation. It's just kind of boiling up to me right now. But it is. I did not mean to. I'm sure it's just the stress of the situation for him as well.
Yes, it does seem that Laverstock is a matter of conversation.
And Falt Manor is rather close to Leverstock. I think it's likely that he's probably heard a rumor that Sir Dalan was responsible.
Seem to say something, so...
He left so quickly. Does he think that we're suspicious?
are you suspicious that he's suspicious? Why don't you test suspicious?
No,
That's my
Goratrix,
suggestion.
Goratrix doesn't actually think, I bet he's there with guards right now. Goratrix is like, I missed something, but he must have left for a reason. I will roll suspicious.
Oh, not to derail, but Mr. Bob, this is probably going to be important for today.
Yeah.
I am still at 9 hit points. How much have I healed?
Oh,
since,
it's the winter, so you've had what, like 24 Sundays or something like that, or
that
wait,
should be
Oh,
that should be
nice.
plenty.
but wait, I can't math. Wait, it's about half the year, right? Or at least summer.
That's-
Beginning of summer was the wedding, so
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, beginning of
Yeah.
summer. So that would be
That'd be
skip over
26,
fall.
though.
Yeah, that would be quite a few.
Yeah,
enough to assume full, I think.
definitely.
My health is 24, so that would definitely be enough.
That-
Perfect. I'm feeling healthy again, you guys.
Yeah, and in your loss of wound or loss of, was it size you lost? You lost something.
No, I lost appearance.
Appearance, right? So that loss of appearance is representative of the nasty scarring you have. That is a permanent marker on what occurred.
Yeah.
All right. So I think, given how that went with Falt, with Sir Default, maybe we'll blow past any opportunity you have to ask questions. His servant comes in, and the servant actually excuses their lord on their behalf and says that he's not feeling particularly well and he won't be returning the food. We'll do a quick suspicious check for all of you to see if you're worried about it.
Yes. The answer is yes.
4 of 10.
Aha! I made it on this one. 7 out of 11.
Yeah.
Do you want me to compare trusting as well, or do you want me to just?
No, I think this is just suspicious. I think it's
thank
entertaining.
God.
So all three of you are super. So once we'll
Find up to something.
Yeah, we'll cut back in like after the servant has excused his lord to the three of you and how you might respond to that. Given you can all tick suspicious, by the way.
Yeah! Oh, I love not trusting people. It's so helpful.
It's very helpful, but it's not great for Goratrix. I'm suspicious of this person. What can I do?
I punch them. Oh, shit.
What a creative way can I harm this person physically?
I go
All
for the
right.
knees or the shins.
The best way to uncover intrigue is through battle.
So this lad's not functioning, huh?
Yes, he has some reason to be avoiding us, and it probably couldn't be just because you asked about him getting married, right? Because, I mean, granted, I admit that would be troubling too, but he shouldn't have the same issues that I'm having. I hope.
You should probably leave on the morn. Would not want to stay here longer.
I agree. We'll start our search, and if possible, hopefully we won't have to stay here for very long in between our search. The forest is rather large, but if the Lord of Leverstock was targeted, then it's likely that we'll be able to find our culprit rather close to the edge of the forest.
Indeed. And worst comes to
Well,
worst,
go.
we can, sorry, you go.
You finish.
Worst comes to worst, we can camp in the forest without much difficulty. You can probably hear in the distance, Goratrix's squire groaning.
You hear Dalan groan too, because it's fucking cold out there. We're in the middle of winter.
Cold as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy.
Get extra size.
If we all
You said-
snuggle up to Goratrix in his big size, we'll be okay.
Speaking of which, how long ago was this attack on a knight?
I'm not sure exactly. A month or so?
We'll have to see how far he got.
All right. So I think, unless you guys have something else, maybe this is your entry point into the forest.
I'm good with that.
Sounds good.
Yes.
About right? Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna do some fun stuff.
Ooh.
So- This is going to equate in a way to being lost in the woods, since you're not traveling on a particular main path of any sort.
Oh,
You're
I knew it would
effectively-
happen. I just didn't expect it to be the second we set that foot in the forest.
All right, so there's some fun stuff here. I think this is probably going to feel the most like a group quest we've actually done, more like an Arthurian feel to it.
Hell yeah.
Let's dig in.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, last time we were chasing a boar through a forest. This time we're chasing a boar through a forest.
Ah!
Hey, what do you think they're testing on the Test River?
That's a good question.
Ola.
Okay.
Avon River, my favorite river.
River.
Yeah.
We've got that too.
Yeah.
I think every place has a place called River.
I've
We've
never
got
heard
the
of a place
Yarra.
called River.
No, Avon River is River. We've got the Yarra River in Australia, which is River.
River.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a place called River. I'm gonna look it up.
There's almost certainly some, Native American words for river that we've just slapped the word river on the end of here in the U.S. That's almost definitely true.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, sorry. Are we lost?
We should probably get back on track. Yeah.
We are. Why don't we start with who's going to be our guide? Let's start with that.
Oh God, what do we have to roll for that?
Yeah, is this hunting?
Hunting would be the best guide you have, absolutely.
I have an 11 for hunting.
I have a 3.
I also have an 11. One of the two of us.
Let Sir Edward take this.
Okay. Edward takes the lead.
All right. Why don't we're going to start with a test on hunting for the day. These are going to be rolls throughout the day to see how this journey into basically we're not following any main roads. We're not following any main paths. This is off the beaten path. By rolling under hunting, certain scenarios are going to be mildly improved, right?
Okay.
So,
Well, I got a 1 or an 11.
okay, so hunting of 9, right? So you passed that one. Is that correct?
Or hunting of 11. Sorry.
Oh, you haven't rolled it
1
yet.
on 11. No, I did.
What?
Under my suspicious roll.
Okay.
You got a 1 out of 11.
You rolled a 1 and needed, threshold of 11.
Okay, it just needed to be refreshed. It wasn't showing up on my stream. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's good. A good roll. Now let's see how that plays out. So I'm going to get you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
And we're going to pass this d20 random roll. We're going to pass this around to all the folks. We're going to be doing this each day.
18.
Is that good? I think
Maybe.
it's either very good or very bad.
Yeah, knowing this game, it could be either.
Interesting. All right.
Edward falls down a hole.
Dryad.
So I need someone to roll me a d6.
Let's do that.
I can do this.
Go for it.
I click. 1.
1.
Single bandit attacks us.
Yeah, fuck him up.
So just to set the scene, this is December, so there's a mild snowfall. There's definitely some snow sticking on the ground. It's cold. This is not the type of travel you prefer to do. And in fact, let's go ahead and test some, what is it, Constitution in this one? I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I had to roll that before.
You have not?
No, none of us have. Yeah. Let's go, Con.
That is a 6 out of 11 for me.
Ooh, 18 out of 16.
Oof.
Success.
Yeah. I have the highest Con. Jesus.
Yeah.
We'll just say
Healthy.
at
Got sniffles.
one point, Mark, you're having to put to try and look for tracks. You're actually putting your hands, gloves weren't a thing.
Yeah.
So you're running your hands through the snow, and before you know it, your fingers are feeling near frostbite.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
cold,
no.
very numb. But good news ahead. You see the site of a small manor tucked in the woods.
Wait. Do I recognize the heraldry?
You can make a roll. Absolutely.
That's the thing that you're good at. Good
That's
job,
the thing
buddy.
I do. Yay, success.
Oh, yeah.
God, thank God someone in the party does their homework.
You've not seen this heraldry before.
Oh, that's not good.
Does he at least recognize it as not he knows that that's not familiar, not just
Exactly. It's
I don't
just
remember
not
who it
familiar.
is.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That is
He
not
knows a
someone
lot.
from.
He doesn't recognize it.
Now, you haven't been down in this 100 of Salisbury very much, and that might be part of it. But also, you would imagine then that this is not a heraldry that shows up at Sarum very often, ever.
No. The question is, who are they? And why are they in the middle of the forest?
Yes.
'Cause that's
no
not
roads
common, right?
lead here.
There are manors laced throughout. The forest is so full of
Okay.
everything. There are manors. They tend to be
Right.
knights that were awarded, or older houses, sometimes clansmen that have their own manors gifted to them, right? Because before your generation, like your grandfather's generation, they were mostly clans through here, not more of a tribe of people. You are pretty much the third generation of knights that exist in England at this time.
Well, interesting. Right. I think with that, Edward would turn his attention to the elk and say, well, there's certainly something here. The heraldry I don't recognize. It's possible it might be one of the old families, one of the clans, or a knight who was awarded this land, but whoever they are, they don't come to Sarum.
Is that possible?
It is. Likely is a different question. It's possible this might be a place where your brother has came, perhaps even stayed.
Okay, then I suppose the path forward is clear.
Alright.
It'll get us out of the cold as well.
Great, not to be freezing my fucking hair. That carries on forward.
Following Edward.
All right.
Yeah.
So the three of you make your way towards the manor. You face no resistance on your way in. Are you just gonna roll right up to the front?
I'm following
I think-
Edward.
Yeah, I think Edward's gonna make his way in, but actually, I'm gonna test trust versus suspicious.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds like a
Wait.
very, very reasonable
Hmm.
thing given the scenario. Right?
There's a lot of that
Oh.
going around today.
Oh! The
Whoa.
fumble on trusting!
Trusting. Whoever's here wants us dead. Draw
Yeah.
steel.
Okay, so this might be interesting because we've already established that Edward is who we're following. So
Hmm.
I think Edward, you're worried about your fingers falling off at this point. You need the
Yeah.
heat, but you're also very certain you've got a really bad feeling. And actually, funny enough, you already ticked suspicious, didn't you? Never mind.
Yeah.
You have a really bad feeling about this.
I think
It's
he's-
quiet as you move to enter.
Okay. I think he's just gonna make his way in a little bit further, looking around. Again, noticing there doesn't seem to be any servants or anyone or anything. Is there like a stable somewhere that might be empty, or does this place not have a stable?
It does have a very simple stable, like a stable for 4.
Is there any horses, or is it empty?
It is empty.
I think at this point, Edward's actually going to draw his sword and creep closer toward the door.
Okay, so the two of you see Edward draw his sword.
Dalan looks
Could,
at
like,
Goratrix like, did you see something that I didn't? What is...
Edward has a bad feeling. I trust his instinct. Worst comes to worst, we can identify anyone who's here.
Right. And Dalan draws a sword. Because despite everything, Dalan still considers themselves the inexperienced knight of us three. You guys are the veterans, despite the fact that we've technically all been knights about the same amount of
we've
time.
done the same things.
Yeah.
If you've done more, in fact, because
Look,
you fought
look.
the
I skipped the squiring part of this, so, you know.
That's true. Technically, you've done more because it was a battle you were actually a part of.
All right.
But yeah, I trust Edward's judgment.
Yeah, swords out.
Mm,
All right. So go ahead and give me. Why don't we give me like a notice? Is it notice or alert? What is it called?
Awareness.
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 Yeah. Give me your awareness rolls.
13 out of
There we
15
go.
success.
Critical.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh god, he's suspicious as fuck, and he's very alert.
Yup, and he's on the fucking hunt.
Interesting. So we're gonna say that. So the three of you go. You go to test the door, Edward, and it opens on its own, kind of like not magically. Just it wasn't completely closed. And you lead the other two. You navigate this place quite swiftly. It's I'd say because you criticaled on this, the two of you are really impressed with how quickly Edward navigates this hall. It's kind of almost like you'd expect someone in a raid. Like he quickly fans through the rooms. You reach what would be the main chamber, like the main bed chamber, and you see a corpse on the ground. It's basically, on your way through here, you notice how cold it was in here. Now that you see this corpse on the ground, it looks like you criticaled again, so I'm just gonna give you as much as I can with this. Very clearly stabbed to death, multiple small stab wounds, and you're able to kind of note that there was no sign of things of luxury were gone and missing from the house. Someone clearly invaded and pillaged and murdered this man.
I think with that, Edward looks around one more time before putting his sword away. As he turns to the others. Seems this place suffered an unfortunate attack. I think the Lord is dead in that room. Everything else is gone. Certainly the work of raiders. Some sort of banditry.
I see. What a shame.
Yes.
you think it could be our Dalan?
There's no way to know for sure.
The signs of battle are so the Lord is dead. Are there any other persons that are killed here? Or is it just the Lord?
It looks like just the Lord in this case. It seems he didn't have a staff of any kind. And I'll give you this. The man has, like, his hair is gray. It's dark and gray. Salt and pepper kind of thing.
This certainly could have been the work of one man. But this is wrong.
Once we finish with our... Sorry, you go.
There's no justifying this.
Indeed, this is petty banditry. Once we leave the forest, we should inform the Count that, the owner of this holding, however unknown, fell.
Is it possible to try and judge how long he's dead for?
Yes.
Touch him.
Touch
Touch the body.
Bite the flesh.
I'm trying to think.
Bite him.
What would you guys think is like an appropriate thing for that?
Oh, like a roll? Probably medicine, first aid or medicine.
First aid,
probably.
Yeah, that sounds
first aid.
reasonable. I'll accept first aid or surgery. One of the two. Just
I don't think
general
any of us
medicine
have.
knowledge, I think.
Yeah, only the
Yeah.
ladies have that, and
Yeah,
I
for
ain't
sure.
no
don't have
lady.
surgery.
I'm just giving you the options. Maybe you want to discuss a ridiculously hard thing.
No,
I imagine, said Dalan, snapping her fingers like, damn, I missed the one useful class.
Ah, that would have been so good to me, but I learned how to use a sword instead. Ugh.
Here we go. First
I haven't
aid.
once used a lance.
13 on 12.
Oh,
That's a
bad
failure.
It's hard
may
to
I
say.
make the same check, or?
Yeah, why not?
All of us put our hands together on top of
Just-
the man's forehead.
Oh, bare success.
So I think what this looks like is it's Edward and Goratrix in a conversation about it. And Edward,
Mhm.
you're like, it's certainly been longer than a few weeks, but you're having a hard time placing beyond that. For Goratrix, you're quite certain it's been a few months.
The cold's preserved him, so he hasn't rotted as much as you'd expect. In the height of summer, we'd have likely been met only with the sound of buzzing flies, but he's been dead for a while.
That makes sense.
Has he been paying taxes?
You can
think
actually
it's for
look
the
into his
convention.
logs. Like if you want to look for logs or writings, I mean, most
So, yeah.
knights aren't big writers, right? But if they have any sort of staff, then yeah.
Goratrix isn't a big reader, so he understands.
Yeah. Edward knows how to read. That's about it.
Goratrix knows how to read.
So the question is for you folks is, what do you want to do with that? Do you want to look for some sort of written logs, or want to leave it as is?
Yes.
Yeah,
While the
written logs.
nerds do that, can Goratrix do his best with his squire, Edith, to dig a grave for this boy?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to go ahead and give you. What do you think about that? You can have a free check on.
I'm making Edith do it, so cruel, maybe? No, I'm doing it as well.
Yeah, sure. No, that's just called doing your job, honestly. Getting
Yeah.
him to do it. Delegation 101, that's perfect. I'm going to go with... What do you think is behind your motive there, actually? For
This
Goratrix?
person, even if Goratrix did not know him, he was a knight and rewarded for his actions, being given a piece of land. It might have been out of the way, but he deserves a burial with his gods, or whatever gods might exist. And just being left here to rot, it doesn't sit well with Goratrix. There should be at least a marker of where he has been.
I wonder, as a pagan, do you usually burn your corpses? Do you usually cremate?
Doesn't know, because he's got a 3 in religion paganism.
Oh yeah, you have no idea what your people do.
You don't know what the
That's
fuck
right.
you're supposed to do.
You know that
he
knights are
knows
typically
that-
buried,
yeah.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that
Yeah.
most knights are buried, so
Hmm.
that's what he's going with.
And you know what? I need to do
I assume
research
that
on
paganism has... Oops, say again?
I need to do research on that. I would assume that English paganism is still burials. For different reasons.
think I'm basing
have
I'm
this
Yeah.
pretty
information.
sure they did. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
basing
they
this
had-
information on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I think they burn things.
Well, that's
I don't
so.
know.
That's more of a Norse.
Yeah, the Norse do, the Vikings do,
Yeah,
and maybe
that's
the
true.
Saxons because of the influence from there.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't, because as Thomas said, like, they're burial mounds, so we would assume that they buried them.
Yeah.
One way or the other,
Interesting.
he's a knight, so
And-
he's hedging his bets.
Yeah.
All he knows about paganism is that... Oh, sorry, I've got a 2. All he knows about paganism is that they like spirits, the names of maybe 1 or 2 big spirits, and that woad has something to do with it. And that really calls to him.
Go
That
ahead
does
and
it.
take merciful. I
Oh,
think
thank you kindly.
I think it's a rather
Yeah.
merciful action to
Yeah.
take a stranger and set them up that way.
All right. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
All right. And so Edward and Dalan, you were gonna go on the hunt for some
Legal documents.
legal
Yeah.
documents. Is that what
Yeah.
you're looking for? Looking
Yeah.
for logs?
Yeah. Well,
Correct.
Okay.
Edward's gonna look for logs.
Yeah. Dalan is also going to look for any documents that might pertain to who he's communicating with, if he's communicating with anybody. Letters, things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna do an entertaining thing here. Dalan, you're gonna test compose, and Edward, you're gonna test stewardship.
Oh, no.
Compose.
Oh, we really should have.
It's okay, it's okay,
swapped.
guys. It doesn't mean you won't find anything.
The funny thing is, I'm great at compose. Shit at stewardship.
I'm gonna cry. I have one.
Alright, let's go.
It's all right though, because you don't want to know what I have in stewardship. If we were to swap,
What?
2. I have double what I have in compose.
2 out of 12.
As a 15 out of 1 failure.
Yeah, it's 7 out of 2.
Neither of you credit fumbled, so that's good. All right, so what I will do is I'll give you each. I'll say you found some stuff, but you're gonna get one answer to one of your questions related to the area you're looking into. We'll start with Mark. What is your one thing that you are looking for here? Question.
Trying to find out who this guy was and any of recent logs he might have made.
Okay. I'm gonna roll this for a name. I need a name. No, we already used that one. Give me a sec.
No, so loyal, so merciful.
I love you.
Truly, he was a big loss for the count.
Shockingly loyal to Uther.
Actually, those are really good numbers for the idea for this guy. So that's really interesting.
Alright. Cool.
We can keep those stats, but use
just
name.
use a different name.
Yeah, that's exactly it. We're gonna give this guy's. I'm gonna start with the A's because I don't feel like going any further down. We're gonna go with Alban. Alban.
Lord Alban.
Oh no.
Okay. And it's Alban of Blackboar Manor.
Blackboar Manor. That's cute. I should go to the Blackboar Cafe. I love that place. They've got these buttercream pancakes. Oh, so good.
What is Dalan looking for here?
Oh, Dalan wants to see if he is in contact with any of the other lords, or if he's just completely isolated.
Okay.
And if he is in contact with other lords, it's who?
You see that he actually writes to. Who do you write to? I'm just thinking about the chain of command because he is reporting back to Sarum.
Right.
He writes to one of the Household Knights of Sarum. You know what? Let's do this. He writes to Dalan, or not Dalan. Heron's.
That would have been a twist.
Heron's. Knight.
The guy who wants to bang my sister.
Nope.
Me. No. Different guy.
Your new.
The guy who survived. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the new guy.
No,
The new guy.
New one.
We've not shown him on screen, but
I jumped the gun a couple of times there. I
That was
apologize.
That was a roller coaster.
Funny enough, he writes
Also,
to Sir Sibno.
I love the way you. Yeah, I love the way you phrase that. The guy who wants to bang my sister. Me.
This guy. I just sent to you.
Signal.
Yeah. So this is Perrin's most recent night.
That's funny.
Perrin apparently gets around.
All right.
So Sir Sibno, who you would recognize for sure, Dalan, because you know that Perrin is being squired underneath him now.
Dalan will speak up about that, and he goes, "Edward, look at this. He's in contact with the other lords, but specifically he speaks most commonly to Lord Sibno. Perrin is squire to him. He's a household knight of Sarum."
Well, you surely need to be informed of this fortunate event.
Strange.
You get the impression he writes as the two of you look it over, it seems to be like the equivalent of reporting back. So the king and the count, wouldn't go through their progress this deep into the forest. So this is more like almost like an outpost reporting back.
Interesting.
Interesting. Clearly unarmed when he was killed. Wait, what's he?
He was unarmed.
Okay.
Well,
Probably.
actually,
No
you
weapon
wouldn't be
on
able to
spot.
tell because you can't find a
Oh.
weapon in here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But he does look like he was stabbed by a...
It looks like he was stabbed by a small weapon, or many, multiple times.
Okay.
Multiple times.
And, like, in the chest, in the back?
Yes.
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 Ugh.
No.
Chest, torso, and back, both.
Dalan will take what they can, but not in like a thievy way, just more of a,
Report back kind of way.
yeah.
Hmm. And out of curiosity, what time is it currently?
It is actually like near dusk at this point.
Okay,
We should probably stay here for the night.
I would agree.
Let's go help Goratrix with whatever it is he's doing out there and see if we can get a fire going in here.
Yes.
I hope they didn't steal the blankets.
You see that Goratrix has recruited not only his own squire, but your squire's help in getting this grave dug faster as you reach him.
Good.
Yes, with your back.
Hmm.
And
He
with the
is-
D's.
He is something of another sort, isn't he?
Something along those lines.
Despite the kind of awful scenario you found here, and in the lonely feeling of this manor, there's something very peaceful about it too. Get a sense of peace or solitude.
This was an introvert's crib.
When we've got a fire going or something like that, Dalan will kind of muse out loud. Huh. I wonder. It's dangerous out here, obviously, but can you imagine a life away from all the politics? Away from Uther and his wars, still serving the Count, but just away from it all.
I don't know. Though I can understand the appeal of such things. I feel like this lord here is a warning as to why that is probably not a great idea.
He didn't die young. Who knows how long he was out here, how comfortable he was, or how lonely. I wonder if he ever fell in love with someone. I wonder if he had family.
He looks to be an old man all alone in the middle of... No sign of staff or any of those kinds. No children. No wife. All I see is a lonely old man who was placed here to look out for something that quite possibly is the thing that eventually came and killed him. But at least he died a proper knight's death. Perhaps that's something.
Goratrix. Sorry.
No, you go.
I don't mean to. You're in America now, so there's more of a delay.
I know.
But yes, Goratrix picking up another log and putting it on the fire as it sputters says, "Only he can tell us if he was content, but I do admit this place does seem meditative. But I can't imagine being away from all the people. I would quickly go mad if I were here by myself. But I realize that, well, the hustle and bustle isn't to everyone's taste. All we can hope now is that he's remembered by those he was important to."
Maybe it's just the struggles of the life I've chosen for myself, but there is somewhat an appeal to the freedom that a place like this could provide.
Perhaps. We cannot know for sure if it was or just a different kind of prison.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Romanticism, in its own way, can filter reality, I suppose.
Perhaps. There
Yes,
is a
there's
beauty
always
to
room
it.
there.
Indeed. There is a beauty to being hopeful. Perhaps that's something I myself could take on a little bit more. But I digress.
So that night, as the fire's going and you're all warming up, probably closer, probably in the same room, just because the place has been frosted over for so long, you hear the sound of something rolling kind of down the hall, and you are being dragged down the hall, and you see Gwegon and what's his name, Edith. The two of them are dragging in a barrel, and they say, "It looks like they didn't steal everything, whoever this is." And with that, you can tell it's some kind of wine barrel, probably.
Goratrix very relieved that the dragging sound wasn't the unruly spectre of whatever person lived here. Visibly relaxes. Goes, very good. I suppose it was a bit too heavy to carry away.
Maybe. Still, it's your find, boys. If Goratrix is comfortable with it, then I'm perfectly happy if you want to dig in yourself.
Cadfile looks to Edward with puppy dog eyes at the moment that happened.
Fine. But if any of you are drunk by the I swear I will hang you upside down by your breeches and ride along on my horse.
He will. I've seen him.
To the horse.
I've seen him do it before.
When was...
Cadfile just nods, like, yep. Yeah,
Also,
actually, a look.
I love Goratrix, but if Dalan got woken up in the middle of the night, but what they thought it was a ghost, the first person they're waking is Edward.
Okay, so the question is, will the three of you indulge here?
Goratrix, no. The wine might be helpful with keeping warm, but we're in a spooky forest with a potential hostile. Goratrix is... he's more temperate than anything else. Or rather, he's equally temperate than he is indulgent, so I'm going to say he doesn't want to get drunk. He doesn't want to be stripped upside down.
One thing to check, like, we can make sure the barrel hadn't been opened.
You most certainly can. Yep.
Okay. All right. Edward won't anyway, but he's still keeping an eye out, just in case someone want to mess with it.
Temperate beat out my indulgent, so I am. Dalan is doing what they think is smart and staying sober because somebody was murdered in this home not that long ago, and it's probably good to have the fighting people stay relatively wits about them.
Okay.
Well, it was a couple of months ago, but yes, you are right. Also, it's possibly poisoned. He says just as
That was something I was going to ask.
Just as Edith takes a swig.
Is it suspicious, or is it like, are you going from the sorry, what was it? Temperate? Yeah, are you going from temperance or are you going from suspicion? Would be the big question.
I think I'm going for temperance just because I don't think there'd be any need to poison the wine here. Like, there's only one dude living here and he was stabbed. Like,
Very true. So go ahead and tick temperate for that success.
Oh, shall I roll as well?
Yes, please.
Oh, I will roll suspicious versus trusting.
Okay.
Oh, that's a fail on temperate.
Ooh.
Failure on suspicious.
That's a bigger failure on indulgent.
Failure and trusting. Okay.
No, you got to succeed on trusting.
Oh, I meant succeed. Sorry, I said the
Yep.
wrong thing.
I got
All right,
two
all right.
failures, but the bigger one was on indulgent.
So Edward is trusting to drink, and Goratrix is temperate to not.
Hold on, let me just check this. So for Goratrix, what is your temperate and indulgent?
10 and
10
10.
and 10. Okay, perfect. And you failed in both. Is that what it was? But you
Failed them both, yes.
But you failed
Indulgent
indulgent
failed
more.
bigger.
Yeah. Okay, so at that point you're not going to get the tick, but you can totally not partake.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was going to do.
Hmm.
I
And then-
succeeded on trusting and failed on suspicious.
Okay. And then, do you have anything high in the way of temperate or indulgent?
Temperance is much higher than indulgent. Temperance 13.
13?
Yeah.
So go ahead and test that for me.
Okay. Success.
You can tick that as well.
Success. But temperate was a higher success.
Go ahead and tick temperance for me.
Done.
Actually, in a scenario like that, is it because it was 1 away that indulgent is bigger, or because
No,
it was
it's the
9
highest
as opposed
roll.
to 6?
It's the higher roll
Gotcha.
period. So, like, if
Yeah.
my sword was only a 7, I got a 6. It's not as good as the 9 sword with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the threshold gives you a higher chance of rolling higher. Yes.
Yeah.
Understood.
All right. So it's actually kind of like a nice little setting, like Edith, Gwigon, and Cadfile. All of them open up, and there's some laughs exchanged, things like that. It's kind of like for a moment, just being here, kind of your worries melt away. Whatever's been on your mind has been it's not present in this moment for you.
It's good for our squires to hang out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a touching moment for the three.
Mm.
You have an opportunity to kind of consider all the things that you've been through together.
Yeah, I don't think the three of us have ever spent this much time like alone together. You know, like we're always at something or a war party or like I think this is the first time we've really spent a bunch of time just like the three of us. Well, 6 of us, but they don't count. Squires don't count.
Just squires.
They're
part
not
of the
people.
scenery.
They're not people yet.
Absolutely. So I believe that 2 of you have, or was it just Dalan that had the relationship with Sir Goratrix as far as like an actual passion, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Would love to have one for Edward as well, but it just it hasn't floated that boat yet.
Yeah.
What do we want to title the 3 of you? How do we want to let's give you a little nickname.
Oh, do we have a group name?
Yeah.
Ooh, Sarum buddies. The
It's gonna be-
Salisbury.
I mean, it's gonna be something like the Irregulars or something, because we're each a little like weird. We got a little weirdness going on.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Mm.
Vortigaunt trifecta.
The
Nice
Strangeness
boar.
Squad. Yes.
Whoa. What about the Favoured Sons?
Ooh.
Which is
That's
not true for any of you, so it's
ironic.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's just, it's great.
I like that a lot, actually.
I like Favoured Sons, yes.
I like that.
Okay. Why don't you all roll 2d6 plus 6 to see what a new passion, Favoured Son. And this can
Hell
be rolled
yeah.
when you're in act. So this would be done whenever you're acting on behalf of sort of your, for lack of better like term, squad.
Gang.
Yeah, gang.
Yeah. Gang.
Fellowship, coterie, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, 9.
15.
That's pretty damn good.
10.
All right.
Could have been better.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
All this
So
means
would
I
this
is
be-
don't think, Goratrix isn't drunk. But it's also very in character for him to say, I don't think I have the words, and I don't think I have tried to find them to describe how much the two of you mean to me, and all that we have been through. So, yes. Good work.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have to agree. If it's unlikely that I would be alive if it wasn't for the two of you, and what further, how accepting you've been of certain oddities with my situation. I wouldn't feel as powerful or as honorable as I have been, as I do now, if it wasn't for the two of you.
Well, you two have proven to be great and loyal allies, and quite truthfully, perhaps some of the few friends I actually have. I have appreciated, well, traveling with you, fighting alongside you, just your companionship in general. I'm glad that I managed to find you two. Otherwise, I think I would be in a far more lonely existence.
It means a lot that you feel the same way, and you have taken the words in my heart and spoken them with your mouth, like I didn't do.
Yes, well, I have been practicing my poetry.
Really?
How's it going with what was her name? Ellen?
Oh, yes, Ria. It's been going well, I think. There has been some complications, but I have perhaps secured a possible marriage with her.
Perhaps secured a possible marriage. Well, that's not quite as definite as the Count asked, but I guess we all lucked out on that degree.
Yes, well, certain rumors have made that difficult.
I must apologize for that as well.
Yes, well,
I know.
Is it possible that's like actually your hesitancy, Edward, without even realizing it? It's like there's just a certain
yeah.
you would obviously you've set yourself up to die for Goratrix if need be, but there's still like a hesitancy on like a frustration underneath.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He knows, as well as Goratrix does, that he fucked up. Edward knows better than Goratrix how Goratrix fucked up. What's the name of this directed passion?
Is it loyalty?
Favored Sons?
Yeah, loyalty, Favoured Sons. Yeah.
Okay.
Loyalty, Favoured Sons.
Or love.
And is it directed or
love.
under passion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do love, because love is patient, love is kind. Would it be a directed trait or just underneath passions?
It would be underneath passions.
Roger that.
I feel
You
it
might
in
see my
my
chest.
fingers.
Yeah.
I feel it in my toes. Feel it in my toes. Christmas is all around me. Come on and let it snow.
Okay. I think that's good for that scene. Why don't we go ahead and move on to day 2?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Lost in the Woods, day 2. Let's see how this goes.
We know exactly where we are, says Goratrix, tempting fate.
Edward, you can go ahead and test hunting for us outright.
All right. Success.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think that's the same degree of success as the last one, too. I think that's the same roll.
Wow.
So you've already ticked hunting, yes?
Yes. Oh, no, I haven't yet.
Okay, so go ahead.
Ooh.
And then we'll get, let's say, Liam. You haven't rolled for us yet. Why don't you roll a d20 to see what we end up with?
Oh, I'd love to roll a d20 for you, sir. That is a 20 out of 20.
That's either the best it can be or the worst it can be.
Even both.
Oh, it's good. It's a good one.
Oh, it looks like... Oh, no, wait, never mind, he's back.
Oh.
I saw some connection thingies on your end, but you're fine now.
Who was it? Me, Mark?
Oh, right. I realized that in the whole Brady Bunch thing, it's different for someone else. It was Mark, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm like, this is Liam, this is Bob, this is Mark, but it looks very different.
It's different in just.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is good and interesting. You, let's see. What one do we want to do? This could be.
Suddenly, the sound of thunder, but it isn't the storm clouds up above, it's a dragon approaching.
Yeah.
You ride
Me
for
without my
the better
lance.
part of the day. You're well into the afternoon at this point. And as you continue down the path, you see the path seems to open up into an actual riding path out here. This looks a bit more formal. Looks like there's been somewhat regular movement on this, usually a single horse.
This looks promising.
Well, I suppose we should just venture forth.
Indeed. Should be able to catch up to them in no time.
Assuming this is the way they went. God, this feels so aimless.
We'll find you. Or whoever it is we are tracking at the moment.
Indeed. One way or the other, if we feel that this is aimless, someone had to be a little more aimless to travel this path. Thus, we have advantages.
I guess that is a delightful way of looking at it, right?
Exactly. Glad we're not that guy.
You wrap around a bend. So keep in mind, this is very, very dense forest. So not all forests are as dense as this one. Camelot Forest is notorious for being dense. As you round a bend, you see the path ahead, several hundred meters away. Kind of moves in a somewhat straight line. You see a single rider. They are positioned your way, almost like waiting for you. You can see in their one hand is a jousting pole, and you see the banner of House Durnford on their shield, but only on their shield. The flag they fly is a red, like a golden helm on a red background.
Can
Hey,
we'll do a check of heraldry to see if he recognizes.
Wait a minute, you showed us that flag
Yes,
when you were...
exactly.
Hey,
I did,
hang
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So, can I do a heraldry check?
Yes, yes,
Or would
yeah,
I-
absolutely.
Alright.
Do it, Edward. I need to know. I need to
Success.
know. Yeah!
All right.
You have no idea.
You are correct. You're not sure what this heraldry is. What you can confidently say is that it's no familiar heraldry in Salisbury to you.
Okay. Is it French?
Hey,
No.
It is not foreign. It looks to be
Oh.
something. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
homemade!
Now, what I'll give you for this too, as you approach, since you're good with heraldry, the armaments this knight has on them are very foreign and very strange. But the particulars of this heraldry are definitely local. Like they're someone's gotten very creative, and it's also very strange that they're flying a flag that is different than their
Shield.
Their shield.
Yeah.
Hey, he stole your shield. Goratrix will say, like checking to make sure Dalan still has his.
Edward,
There's
what do you make of it? Sorry, Dalan completely
Yeah.
ignores Goratrix.
Yeah.
Sorry.
totally fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry. I and Goratrix understand.
The shield is obviously familiar, but the colors that it flies are odd. It's unlike any I've ever seen, but it's definitely of this land. Though that armor, strange indeed.
Okay. And
Would you
Dalan will
like
kind of, Dalan will gesture to Gwagon and like have him get the jousting spear ready, the lance ready, just in case. But Dalan's not going to take it yet. Just
Edward would turn and go. Would you like us to take the lead, or would you like to set forth?
No, I think I'd like an opportunity to try to talk first.
All right.
Dalan will kind of trot the horse forward, call out. Hello?
There's no response at first. The knight just stands there, kind of stoic, or sits there
Menacingly.
mounted.
Yeah.
Very stoic and silent.
You bear my shield. Why is this?
You hear a voice in reply. It's very strained, as if a lot of effort's being returned in it, and it's certainly the voice of an older man. You would assume nearing an elderly age of some sort. You are trespassers on my lord's property. Please leave. Go from where you've come from, and I will spare you your lives and your mounts.
I'm afraid that can't be done. We're on a quest. We have to find out how you got a hold of that shield.
It's my shield. You, Sir Durnford. I demand your name.
I am Dalan of Durnford, sir.
You lie.
I do not.
We'll see about that. And with that, he kind of readies his shield and prepares his lance. He raises it, not so much to charge you sort of immediately, but certainly preparing to do so. Seeing if you reply to... There's something about this particular... Actually, let's go ahead and have all three of you test like courtesy for customs.
All right.
All right.
Oh no.
His armor, and I don't know if I got this all the way out
Okay.
for you.
No.
There's something about his armor. It's very polished, very. It's like witnessing a technology that you haven't seen before. There's a helm that's close, and with the exception of Dalan, who has fought the
I was
Goblin
about
Knight.
to say, yeah.
But there's something much more polished about this. It looks almost as if it's without dent, as if it's been shined and well kept, unlike the armaments you met prior.
Man,
Feels
I
like
already.
you hasn't seen battle.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here. I don't know about you guys. All right.
So
yeah.
Goratrix, you can test you can check your courtesy. What you are able to ascertain from this is that the customs of this, they're similar to what you're used to, but there's no words spoken. There's no call for a duel. It's almost as if he's just expecting one in response, like a non-verbal communication. Like wherever this guy's from, this is just how things work.
This guy's from a weird place. He's asking for a duel. Are you okay with this, Sir Dalan?
I'm not sure. I've never charged another horse one-on-one. That. What's your skill at it?
I can handle myself generally.
If you were to maybe rank it out of like 1 to 20, what would
An
you...
arbitrary number of 1 to 20, around about 11.
Yeah.
Around about 11. Shit, I'm the best one. All right.
Hmm.
I knew this going in. The
Gwegon.
moment I saw the jousting pole.
Yeah. Gwegon, Lance.
Gwegon nods and does as expected. Hands you your lance.
Goratrix, with his successful courtesy, he would like to perhaps, if not set, then pronounce the rules, or rather the the parameters of this going on. So he's going to say to submission or death.
Is that a question or a confirmation?
Yes, a question.
Okay. His response is curt, and he says, "That will depend on this impostor, but we fight by King Arthur's rules.
Arthur.
It is the first fall, and then by sword. First to yield."
The king is King Uther, Sir Knight.
He looks at you confused.
Are you French? Arthur and Uther sound similar, but no, King Uther reigns.
I have no French king to be named.
No, it's like linguistic corruption. Whatever that means.
Everyone just looks to him, pure confusion, and then...
It doesn't matter. First to be unhorsed. We like it.
He does not answer. He just looks. You see him turn his head in the helm, and it's a closed helm, by the way, which don't exist for you guys.
Yeah.
And this is in fact plate now.
Yeah. Oh boy. He's
He's
gonna have high soak.
Dalan, readies himself and calls out and goes, "For what it's worth, you don't seem the type to stab an old man in his home."
There's a long pause, and then you hear him say, "Enough for the talk." And
Activate your passion.
he sort of turns to the side to face you, ready to go.
I think I am going to activate a passion. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Even though I would love to use Favoured Sons, not going to do that because that's a 10.
No.
Instead, I am going to provoke my love of family because this is specifically a journey about my brother, and I need those fucking answers. I cannot be stopped here.
Okay. That sounds really good. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll and do not fumble here.
I will do my best. 16 out of 17 success.
Excellent.
So close to a crit.
It's very close to a crit.
All right.
On a 17, it is famous. It is still just a +5.
Still just a +5? Is it got to be an 18 to be a +10?
No, that's exalted, 20+.
Wow. Wild. All right. Okay, cool. Then I guess I'm rolling Lance?
Correct.
Or is it Horseman then Lance?
I think it's Lance. Just Lance in this case.
Just Lance.
Actually, let me think.
It's Lance and then Horseman to stay on.
To stay on, I believe, yep.
Gotcha. All right, lance it is.
Right. So opposed lance.
And then +5. Do I get another +5 for the horse? No, because he's on a horse too.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right, here we go. That's a 4 out of 20. Boy, this could have gone better. It's not bad yet. Oh shit!
You win.
You do. Now,
Don't think
So-
I'm gonna unhorse him though.
what you're going to do is go ahead and give me your damage.
Horse damage or my damage?
I believe it's horse damage.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
you're on horseback in the other lines.
Do I add a modifier to that? I don't think so.
I'm gonna quickly
No.
check.
Oh,
Probably not, right? Because +5 to that would be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
No.
add to damage. You never add modifiers to damage, at least from
All
what
right.
I've seen.
Cool.
With the exception of like critting.
That is a
Yeah.
20.
All right.
Ooh.
so most of that, I imagine.
And then he has to roll. So
I wish I had some coconuts.
and then he has to roll. his-
Bracket 8. That's a smiley face with sunglasses. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you've unhorsed him.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
very
man.
nice.
I have fought
Nice.
2 mythical creatures and I have kicked both of their asses. Hell yeah.
You can tell that this
Goratrix
guy
is
rides
so
with
jealous.
a great deal of like skill. Like you guys have probably not seen someone with a ridden beside lance 18, horsemanship 18. Not in this kind of
Oh
like,
yeah.
something
No.
very skilled about this person, but nonetheless, your friend Dalan is successful.
I mean, Dalan isn't even that good, and Dalan's the best out of the 3 of you. Like, it's only the power of love that is
Yeah,
powering
yeah.
them to victory here.
Your passion,
I'm
but
sorry.
power of love.
and what did you roll for your passion? What was it? What passion did you roll?
Love family.
Love family.
16 out of 17.
Okay. So the Silver Knight drops onto his back. And that's he's taking. It's perfect. He climbs to his feet again and moves over to draw his sword. And as he does so, he pulls off his helmet. At first, you're kind of shocked to see the face. Go ahead and switch over. You're shocked to see the face. It is, in fact, your brother. But he looks like he's in his late 30s, early 40s, somewhere in that. Very clearly not. Well, he should be exactly your age. And he's not. And he's got a scowl on his face and he says, "Very well, imposter. Then try my sword next."
Dalan immediately stops the charge. Dalan. Oh my god. Dalan removes like whatever is possibly obscuring their face, drops the lance, straight up drops it.
So, okay. So at this point, is your goal, just to make sure I'm understanding correctly, Dalan's intention here is to make sure that he can see you properly?
Correct, and is absolutely open. If he were to take a strike, like Dalan is not expecting that to happen. So,
Okay. He's going to test something here.
oh boy.
Ooh.
He doesn't respond to it the way you would think he did. Instead, he takes the sword and shifts it your way, turns himself to the side and says, "Come on then, imposter. It is time."
Dalan, don't you recognize me?
He just looks at you confused.
Dalan, I thought you were dead.
I'm gonna test one more thing. See if
Oh, I hate it when he says that. It terrifies me.
he steps forward a minute. Elizabeth?
Yes. Oh my god. And Dalan's off the horse.
He takes a step back. No. This is some trick of the forest.
No. I swear it's not. Here. And Dalan removes their sword as well and drops it.
He
Doesn't even pull it out of the scabbard.
He looks back at Goratrix and the others. Kind of, there's definitely like, if this were one of you, this would clearly be a suspicious response.
Oh, yeah.
He's very skeptical.
Edward, just for the sake of the scene, has his hand on his sword ready to pull it out.
Yeah, essentially the moment that Elizabeth put down the sword, Goratrix goes, oh. But as he looks at that kind of measuring gaze, Goratrix says she speaks the truth. She is who she says she is. Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
The next words out of his mouth would have been, I thought you'd be younger, but
Goratrix decided now's not the time or place for that one.
Yeah, Goratrix decided, yes, exactly. If the duel is over, then...
Yeah, he shakes his head and says, I don't understand. You're dead.
What? No, you're dead. I'm so confused.
Where have you been hiding all this time?
Durnford? What do you mean?
Oh. That can't be. He just shakes his head and he almost looks like he's effectively going into the equivalent of like what do you call it when you fail your passion?
Melancholy?
Yeah, he just throws his sword and kind of drops down onto his knees and then onto his butt and then starts to hold his head.
Dalan's gonna get right up with him and kind of grab him by the shoulders and bring him into as much of a hug as she can, given the circumstances. And be like, it's okay. It's all right, brother. I'm here. I'm here.
It must be some dream. You can't be real. You're the age. You look like you did when I left all those years ago. How's this possible?
I don't know, but for me, you never came back. Bandits attacked Durnford and no one was there to protect Mother, and I took up the spare armor and Dalan, I thought you were gone. Why? I don't... You look so distinguished, so old.
He just shakes his head a moment. I don't understand how this is possible. How any of this could be true.
I don't either, but we found a manor not too far back. The lord there had been murdered. It's safe and warm. why don't you come back with us? Eat something, and we'll figure it out. We'll talk, okay?
Why don't the three of you can test either awareness or intrigue at this point.
Or awareness, absolutely.
Can I choose to fail?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Because I don't think Dalan's even remotely paying attention to anything else. There's some tunnel vision going on right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big thing happening for Dalan.
Yeah. Yeah, Edward is focused on Sir Dalan, and Sir Dalan, sword at the ready. Ooh.
What is this?
No worries. It's just I was just trying to get the actual photo going, but it didn't work. So okay, so we did have
Ooh.
Goratrix, you succeeded.
Yeah.
With an awareness check. So you're not gonna understand the subtleties of what goes on, and that's perfectly apparent for Goratrix.
That's fine by me.
Yeah. I think what you would know, though, is this is very resemblant to the last time you saw Dalan in a state of distress. This guy is very clearly in distress. And it gets worse when there's mention of leaving, going somewhere else. He seems like he's all of a sudden getting more hostile in response to that.
We don't have to go anywhere. We can stay here in this glade, Sir Elizabeth. Here is where he is comfortable and...
Yeah, he almost, you see him clear a bit of distance, like Dalan, he gets up and steps back from you when you mention that.
Dalan, we're
here to fool me. I knew it.
I'm not.
Trying to take me away from this place and my lord.
Who is your lord? You've been gone for 4 years. I don't...
You've come upon the lands of the Idleworth. You must leave now. Or I will dispatch you. Leave.
Then you will. I'm not leaving you, so if you feel the need to kill me, then do so. I won't fight you.
I'm going to give... Because Edward... No. I just think this is interesting. Edward and Goratrix, go ahead and make an intrigue roll. Regardless, like you're in just a position to see this, where Dalan is interacting with something very...
No.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Edward is at the ready. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yes, I'll let you say your thing.
No, I'm debating here. I want to make sure I get the right thing across.
Goratrix would like to say a thing, if he may.
Okay, go ahead.
We are Knights of the Realm, same as you. We are not here to mislead, we are not here to trick. Something strange is happening, but this is Lady Elizabeth. She's said nothing but good things about you.
He shakes his head. She is dead. She was dead long before Camelot. Long before the Round Table. This is some trick. I'm not sure what this is. But you must leave. Or on my honor, you will die here. And that is an invoke of passion. Let me just make that.
Oh.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Oh, no.
Can he veil his passion twice in one night?
And that is not a fail.
No.
Dalan, I think even though you're focused, because this isn't really distracting. I think you need to make an intrigue roll. You're a 16 in it. There's things you would just gleam.
There's things I would pick up. Yeah, gotcha. All right, I'll make that attempt. I'm still impassioned, yes?
Yeah, sure. So don't fumble.
I did not.
All right. Actually, I don't think you can fumble over 20.
Nope.
So there's no way you can. All right. So quite clearly, what you're going to get out of this is he looks kind of frightened. This is kind of like him comparing fighting you would be something he would consider an awful thing, like a mistake, but it's something he's willing to follow through with. This is very clearly important to him, whatever this is that he's doing for this lord of his.
Fuck. I think I might need to roll something here. I'm not sure what.
Goratrix is, even though you're tunnel vision, Goratrix is plainly waiting for Sir Elizabeth to give a, if not instruction, for something to happen.
Edward is waiting for Sir Dalan, the other one, to draw his weapon to attack, and he's going to run in.
I'll be right back, guys. 1 sec.
Oh boy.
Suspense.
Oh man, I don't know if I should roll like prudent and reckless or valorous and cowardly. I don't know,
I think
man.
Prudent and reckless would
feel
probably
like-
work the most, because reckless, you are giving into your love and trusting, despite appearances, that this crazy old guy in the woods isn't going to do as he said.
Yeah.
Prudent would probably be like picking up sword and shield and like backing away and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that fits. It's also an even 10-10 split. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck. There were a lot of things that I thought might go down, and once again, Bob has completely surprised me by going with option Q.
Option Q, time travel.
Exactly.
Because this is... Oh, wait, hold on. Goratrix probably isn't smart enough, but this is probably a trick of the forest. It's just benevolent in nature. Maybe.
I mean, in Edward's mind, it's the rambling of a madman. He doesn't believe in all this weird stuff. Only God, because God makes sense.
Yeah, you guys are probably going to have to physically drag Dalan away if you guys want to retreat from this situation.
Technically dragging someone, it will be way easier to fight him, but we don't want
Pretty
to kill
much.
him.
I mean, Goratrix might not want to. Edward doesn't want to. Fucking do it, though. Kill someone to protect his friend.
Kill someone because they looked at him funny.
That's true.
But
Kill
no,
one
I'd
people
kill a man
for
in a
one
fair
reason.
fight, or
God,
in an unfair fight, or if he looked at me funny, or if he owed me money.
I think
But
Goratrix...
even-
I think
That's
Goratrix, Edward, and Dalan coming across a time travel plot, and then like Edward and Goratrix resolving the time travel plot by just killing the guy who time traveled, and then Dalan the rest of their life being like, "What the fuck was up with
the
that
fuck
situation?
happened?"
I will never have an answer now." What?
Exactly what it was like with the Yellow King.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody just kind of like, "Oh, that was weird." Moving on. Goratrix
next
is
thing.
still
Now
thinking
for
about
something
it.
completely different.
Goratrix, the lone one, going,
I don't know how I feel about this.
world's a bigger place than I thought it was.
All right, so sorry about that. I had to get my cat inside here. It's raining.
Meow meow.
All good?
Oh,
I wish it
okay.
was raining here.
Where are we? Where did we leave off here?
I was gonna
Yeah, you go.
I was gonna test prudent and reckless to see if Dalan's gonna try to stay, and then they were gonna figure out whether they needed to fight old Dalan, punish Dalan, or if they're gonna need to drag young Dalan out of here. So
I'll let Dalan.
Sounds good.
Venomous Dalan.
Why don't we do those tests? This will be fun one way or the other.
venomous and naked Dalan. That is a 9 out of 15 on prudent versus a 4 out of 15 on reckless.
Okay, so Prudent wins, and because this is a quest, you can go ahead and tick Prudent.
Cool. Fuck.
And then the
Oh!
two. Okay.
This is so off topic, but that reminds me. You told me ages ago, because I keep forgetting, that I could tick loyalty to Count Roderick for him being a bro about my secret.
Yes.
And you said I had to remind you on stream if I wanted to keep it, because I had to be
yes.
accountable.
Okay.
This is me
sorry.
doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I said that is so that the audience is aware that that's happening. So you
No,
go ahead.
I totally understand. If I didn't do it right now, though, I would forget, and that would never happen. So,
No, that's good. Good.
all right, cool. Ticked. Thank you. All right, go ahead. We're good.
Okay, and then we're gonna check with something with Thomas and Mark here for Goratrix and Edward around what your plan is, or were you guys just coming up with a plan? Or...
Yeah. Dalan regains their senses long enough to kind of take a deep breath and goes, "I'll be back. I swear I don't know how I'll prove to you that this is real, but I'll go, but I will be back. I promise you. I'll find you."
Is that really you? Don't understand.
Do you remember we used to play by the river, right by Durnford Manor? And Father used to train us both, even though he said that I wouldn't be able to become a knight. And the two of you went overseas, and neither of you came back. At least, neither of you came back for me.
That was years ago now, Elizabeth. I did come back after landing in Hanton. Things went by the wayside. I found myself lost in Camelot Forest. For years I was lost. Until I came upon Camelot, King Arthur.
I don't understand. I know of no King Arthur in Camelot. We serve Uther Pendragon.
There's a funny look on his face, and then he raises a brow. And then he just shakes his head, almost like giving up for a second. Then you should return to your king. Forget about this. Forget about Idleworth and me. And if you ride as Sir Dalan, then let that continue. I will not be returning to do it. Idleworth is my home.
I will do as you ask, but I will not forget you. And I promise you, I don't know what tricks fate has in store for us, but I will find you again. I promise you that.
There's like a reserved look on his face, and he just nods, gives a nod once.
Dalan's gonna go over and take the shield, the second Durnford shield, hand it to Edward, and then just start pick up their sword and start walking.
Goratrix goes to say something, looking behind at Elizabeth, and then turns to regard the older Dalan. With Goratrix's 2 in this stat, is there anything at all, whether it be through stories of the Fae or of like hedge magic or anything in the pagan spiritual realm, which details something like this happening?
In other words, you want to test it to see what your familiarity with this is.
What do I know about time
Precisely.
travel?
Yeah, what do I know about this stuff? Me, whose only experience with a book is looking at them.
Okay. I will. So you want to test the pagan religion skill?
Yes, either that or folklore. Or fairy lore, but fairy lore is 1.
Your choice on which of the 3 you want to roll, and then you do so. It won't be a
I'm gonna
waste.
go
I'm not
for
going to say
religion.
no. You don't get anything if you succeed. Critical. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. What?
I'm going to... Oh, I'd like to roll my love Favoured Sons
Yeah!
for the share that I have for Dalan, to get an extra +5. Now, if I botch, this is going to be really weird.
I almost suggested that to you, but then I thought about the fumble, and I was like, oh boy.
Well, the fumble doesn't put you in madness, right? Just melancholy.
Yeah, which would be on brand.
Goratrix gets a tummy ache because he's so confused about the situation.
So much and I can't think much about it.
Okay, go ahead and give me the roll. Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a success.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll religion pagan because it also includes magical business, because
Magical
Merlin
business.
is basically the Pope. All right, let's.
I almost
Let's
called him
religion
the Grand
pagan.
Wizard, but you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't
No,
call him
no.
that.
No,
He's
not at
absolutely
all.
not. He wouldn't be okay. All right, let's do it.
Oh
Furthest away
boy.
from a success you can get without being a fumble.
Yeah. We're gonna say that you don't really have any sort of story or experience to refer to there. Nothing within the pagan religion that would directly reference this sort of thing. But because you're snooping in that area, give me a spiritual versus worldly check or trick. To see what-
Absolutely. Does the thing apply to these or just flat?
It does apply. Well, it applied to the good one, the positive one, to the
I'm gonna go with
virtue.
spiritual. Oh, fumble on spiritual.
Wow.
Failure on worldly. I got no idea.
How do you want to explain this? Yeah, it's a tough one. That's your dice.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Goratrix can't. Like, in worldly, like, what possible worldly explanation would be there's this crazy guy in the woods who's been aged by the stresses of battle. For spiritual fumble, it's probably not the spiritual doesn't exist. It's more this spiritual thing exists specifically to fuck with us.
I think Goratrix his brain is broken. Like this is
yeah.
what's her name from
Totally.
Stranger Things receiving the reward kind of look on his face as he tries to calculate. Yeah, just constantly turning his head. Your brain is broken. This doesn't make sense to you.
I think Dalan will help with that in a little bit, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But how's going on?
I want to give Edward a moment in case Edward wants to do anything.
Oh, not much. Again, Edward was just kind of watching this strange man who Elizabeth seems to recognize as Sir Dalan. Still with his sword at the ready, but he would back off with his companions. Still very suspicious about the whole thing.
As we're making our way back to the camp.
Oh, hold on. So you're leaving?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so as you turn to leave, he does say, Elizabeth, wait.
She stops, turns.
You see the hesitancy kind of melt away on him for a second. He walks forward and then just kind of like wraps his arms around you. Big hug, embraces you.
Shock for a moment, but it is returned.
And I think if you're okay with that, maybe we like fade to the next scene on that.
I think that is an excellent thing to do. Yeah.
Okay, so then we cut to the three of you riding together again. Your squire's not far behind you.
Dalan's got the second shield, kind of riding with their stuff, and as they're riding, Dalan goes, "We slew the bandit that had my house's shield that I lost overseas. Who knows how he got a hold of it, but he will not be bothering. He won't be bothering anybody anymore."
But Elizabeth, clearly, if he was the one who unhorsed the knight, there's something strange in that forest, and I don't know what it is, but it could happen again.
And there's only one person I know that might even have something close to resembling answers.
I must speak to the Merlin.
Whatever glory we have to earn, whatever we have to do to try to secure a meeting with him.
I do not know.
know.
I do not know if that is a good idea. He and the king do not seem to be on good terms. Not at the moment, at least.
So be it.
Goratrix. Oh, sorry, you go.
That was it. So be it.
I was just going to add
Goratrix,
to, just for your memory too on it, Merlin has been missing from
yeah,
anything
absent.
since just before Summerland invasion. So just before,
Yeah.
just
Even
before
then.
yeah.
Even
just
then.
letting, just like for the context, like
Yeah.
Goratrix, coming down off of his high of love, Favoured Sons, is just going to say, that doesn't matter. What does is we need to find Merlin and explain this. Who is this King Arthur? And I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. I don't know how I expected this to go, but it was not this. I'm sorry that it was not just your brother, but something wholly stranger.
I got to see my brother again. That is more than I had yesterday. He did face us honorably. I don't think he's the one who committed the crime at the Manor house, though I do suspect he did unhorse the knight from Liverstock.
Yes. Whoever slew the Lord of Blackbear? Whoever slew the Lord of Blackbear was no knight. I just... Something he said about the forest playing tricks, it was... It's nothing.
With that, the three of you awake.
Oh, fuck!
What?
Bob, you.
You find yourselves in the Blackbear Manor.
Hmm.
You see the three squires are snoring loudly not far from you, wrapped in probably bear pelt blankets. Did I freeze? Or did Liam freeze?
Oh, my
Oh, you're back.
Oh, I think
get you
Liam
back
did.
now.
Yeah.
I froze. I froze for a moment.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we're back now.
We're all good. I just didn't want it to be a long term. The three of
what
you,
do we see?
Yeah, you find yourselves in Blackbear Manor. Not far from you, the three squires are all sleeping pretty close to the wine barrel, very clearly snoring, and you get the sense that this was just a dream.
Are the others are the other two knights awake?
The three of you are stirring together right now.
Dalan's just gonna give him a look, like.
What? Can we? Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. What
I
time
dreamt
is
there were
it?
two of. It's like midnight. I dreamt there were two of you, and one was old, and it was a weird forest.
Did we all have the same dream?
What?
I dreamt that I saw my brother and that he was older, and we fought. And he spoke of his King Arthur of Camelot.
Oh no. Yes, I had the same dream as well. Okay. I think we're being haunted.
That's ridiculous, Goratrix. This is strange, though.
All of you can take spiritual for this.
Thank you. I got wildly ticked as well for my treatment of the poor bishop.
Do you think this is ghosts? Don't be ridiculous.
Don't be
Something
ridiculous.
weird happened, though.
If you have worldly ticked, you can remove it.
Oh.
I will.
Oh.
So, as the three of you prepare to leave, Dalan, you go to reach for your armaments and your shield, and there are two shields there. You don't remember coming back to Blackbear Manor. And your squires don't remember anything beyond drinking. But the three of you do.
Dalan's just gonna reach out and gently touch the shield. All right. To Liverstock or to Sarum?
Perhaps Sarum.
Definitely missed the court by now, but perhaps there is still something to do.
I just don't feel that I'd be up to explaining this to the people of Laverstock. I'm sorry one of your horses is missing, but no, it was a...
It was a bandit who
The
had our
stolen
family
shield.
shield.
Yes.
It's just a bandit.
I think we'll tell Roderick something different, but that'll be the truth we hold.
I think anyone we tell is to what really happened would think us mad. And I wouldn't blame them.
Roderick has heard stranger from me. Or just as strange.
Indeed. On either case, let's get out of this accursed.
I will tell you that deceit does not come naturally to me. He says to no one's surprise, but this is one secret I think I can keep.
Let's go home, guys.
All right.
Maybe they've got some leftover ham in the fridge.
I want to fight a ghost.
Well, tell you what, you stay here. We'll be back for you in a week.
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to do Why don't we first test intrigue from you guys?
It's a different scene, so we don't have a
Passions.
no passion.
Is that correct, Bob?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought you were telling me that you need to be on a different roll 20 thing, but I'm following you now. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, you do not have your passions anymore.
13 out of 16 success.
Look at that.
8 success.
17 on 4.
And
there.
Edward's holding down the saying true.
I'm so proud of you, Goratrix.
Thank you. It feels weird.
I am also proud of you, Edward, but for different reasons.
The voices in my head aren't yelling at me anymore.
Just for entertainment, why don't we have Edward test battle too? I feel bad for the guy.
Ooh.
Okay.
Someone did not believe me, so I killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, success.
Edward tick battle. The other two, please tick intrigue.
Battle's already ticked.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
already ticked.
this is the problem with playing a super long year, right? Is that
Mm,
like it's supposed to be
I'll
2
happily
sessions?
Oh, never mind. Battle's already ticked.
I can tick intrigue. I'm alright with that. Oh wait, it's already ticked. Never mind.
We both have battle and we all have battle and intrigue ticked.
Yeah.
Can you tell, Bob, what are our favorite subjects in this game?
Well, you go through enough feasts, and you're gonna definitely
Mhm.
tick intrigue for sure. Okay, so what you find out is that men from so if you recall, you guys invaded Summerland, and that was where the strange fog and all those memories came about, right? And
Yep.
there was a deal with the king and
Yes.
King Cadwy, or now he's
Yeah.
Count Cadwy to you guys,
Well, still King Cadwy to his own people and himself.
his own people. And you'll also recall that your count in particular stayed behind. And he stayed behind with the purpose and intent of reclaiming disputed lands between Salisbury and Summerland.
Yeah, and there were other whispers of there being, let's say, murmurs of discontent over there again.
Correct. So you return to hear rumors that all of the hundreds that were claimed during the Summerland invasion by Salisbury were invaded by men coming out of the forest to the north. So the men out of the forest that you guys traveled through to get to Summerland, forests that you guys traveled to, strange men came out of the forest, like bandits and would-be others, raiders came out of those areas, and basically grieved every single one of your companions to the north, and the Count is not particularly happy. Beyond that, the Count did express to everyone a minor delay, but he suggested that by court in spring, that he would expect your houses to find every eligible bachelor knight and vassal knight partner, leaving an exception for those houses that could not afford to house further knights. But the general lay of the land right now is that knights are a hot, like they're in low
Commodity.
Yeah, they're a hot
Need
commodity.
To be
They're
fruitful
in
and modify. And
yeah,
multiply.
high demand, low supply right
So
now.
what?
There we go.
Modify, when you like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's something that
At the
Transformers do.
go
Yeah.
forth
Multiply.
and do as bunny rabbits do. It's generally.
As that is made clear, there's just a of Goratrix's head into his mailed hand.
All right, and so with that, I'm gonna propose that do you want to jump into the winter phase? We haven't done a winter phase in a long time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I've got
We
some
did it.
new
The long
additions.
year.
Yeah,
We survived.
we're closing the long year. We're gonna do some slightly different winter stuff this time. So, a long session for a long year. Give me a second to pull up some stuff.
And this winter, for some reason, the Winterborn Stokes were blessed by God.
Also,
that's
Bob,
true.
for your information, we are also gonna. I think Dalan is gonna give Roderick the full story and present him with the second shield as like a.
Do you want to play out that scene? I was actually gonna
If you'd like
recommend
to.
that.
Yeah,
Let's
if
do it
you'd
real
like
quick.
to.
Yeah.
We,
can do
you
it
want to do
fun.
it after Winter Phase? We can do it after Winter Phase, just so
I-
we get it done.
I think it's more appropriate to do before Winter Phase, to be honest.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, sorry guys, I'm taking Winter Phase from you.
Don't worry about it.
Is this all three of you or just Dalan?
That's up to them. Dalan will invite them, but they do not need to come if they don't want to.
Say the Goratrix will come. I will also say it's mostly Dalan's show, because this is a big personal arc thing, so I'll
Edward
keep
will
my
go,
things. Yeah.
but keep his mouth shut.
So the three of you are there. The three of you find your audience with the king, or with the count, rather. Roderick looks anxious to receive a report, and as you enter and the doors close, he says, "Please, full report." And he stands and begins to pace with his arms folded behind his back, not looking at you, but more so like listening.
Well, we have a few answers for you that I think will make you feel at ease, and a few that will likely only complicate things.
You can see he's making note of Edward and Goratrix being present, just like, you know.
Yeah, Dalan will just kind of, I trust them with my life on this.
He doesn't seem hesitant. It's like he's making a note, like, okay.
These are the ones. These are the guys. These are the fuckers.
I just imagine, like, Professor McGonagall, why is it when there's always trouble, it's you three?
Dalan presents him with the second shield.
He raises a brow. So
You will not find another Sir Dalan of Durnford. They will not return to Durnford Manor, and Dalan of Durnford will not harass anyone further. The official story that we propose to tell is that a bandit had somehow gotten a hold of a shield that I lost overseas. It found its way back here, and they were using it to rob and pillage as they could in Camelot Forest. They're slain now, but the true story is a bit more complicated.
I don't understand.
And Dalan will recount from the moment they found the manor, as well as presenting. They offer, of course, to take it to who actually, like, you know, the parents.
Let me check some, because I want to check Roderick real quick. I want to see if Roderick is one, like, if he's very worldly. I'm just gonna have him like shut you down midway through the story, like, hey, nonsense.
Hey,
You know?
buddy, you semi-trusted the Goblin Knight shit. You were like, well, that's fucking outlandish, but like,
Yeah.
What a lie to tell me. Like,
Yeah, he's half and half on that. Let me check his skills real quick. I think, yeah, he's not particularly. Is he spiritual? Sorry, when I say check, I'm not testing these things.
Yeah. Count Roderick. I'll tell you this: I wasn't too spiritual before this either. I am a 12 worldly, but I have seen God tonight, buddy.
He shakes his head a bit and says, "Then Sir Dalan wishes to remain errant. I say let him. But if this is exposed, that
It won't
he..."
The shield I think it's a token. Sir Dalan won't be showing up anymore. Not outside of my actions. I can only report to you what we saw there, and I think Camelot Forest should be watched very carefully. There's something wrong with that wood. But this particular problem for you, I don't think you need to worry about it anymore.
I see. I will take your counsel into consideration. Thank you, all three of you, for doing this.
It was the least that I could do.
Speak of an alibi if necessary. You are in Handtone with orders of delivering a message about the royal fleet. To ensure that you were not seen, went by way of forest.
The Manor Lord of Falt, we stayed with him for an evening. It is possible that he might contradict that story.
I'm not worried with this knight, default. If he is of any particular contradiction, well, I will deal with that.
I see. And one last thing. Blackbear Manor, a minor outpost home in the forest. We found its lord murdered, stabbed many times in the front and the back with a small blade. He's been dead for some time. We suspect as far as months. We have all the important documents that he had for delivery to the lord that was his handler, the manor knight the house knight that was his handler, but all of his possessions were stripped. No blades, no valuables, only a single keg of wine.
In truth, I never knew this knight well, but he did correspond with one of my household knights. It was an outpost in the forest. If there is no one to hold that manor, then I will be forced to find a new. No.
Dalan cocks their head.
Sir Dalan of Durnford, I believe it's best that you when everything is through and you're sorry, I'm doing the math in my head, or the relation in my head. It's cousin, right? That's what parent is?
Correct.
Okay. When your cousin is of age, you will go to Blackbear Manor as your manor. You will be my vassal knight there.
I understand. It will be done.
And with that, he seems to nod, satisfied with that. All right.
You would just feel a whap of like a very congratulatory shoulder pat as Goratrix going, "Good on you."
I suppose I'm moving up in the world, huh?
Indeed. Lord of your own manor.
You guys, I don't think you guys need an intrigue check to tell that Dalan is very conflicted about this.
Yes. Oh, though Goratrix would like to say one thing in parting. I would add to the report, just the forest is not wrong. It is just strange. It is beyond my understanding, but it is not in itself unnatural. It is the opposite. It is very natural. It's A shame that the Merlin has since gone missing. The next most knowledgeable person on the matters of these Count Cadwy of Summerland, and that has its own issues.
Is there any response?
I think he might be saying that to Roderick.
Oh, is it to
I'm
Roderick?
saying it aloud.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
this was more when Roderick was leaving. Sorry, or like after you left Roderick's presence. In
Nah,
my
nah.
brain, that's what happened. You mentioned Cadwy, and that changes the tone.
Yep.
Roderick just you can see the scowl on his face, and he says, "Very well, thank you, Sir Goratrix."
Let's go. Let's leave.
Let's do
Let's get the fuck her.
Let's do some winter.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do some winter.
Yeah.
So did
Oh, boy.
someone rolled critical success during that, right?
Yeah, somebody did. Who did that? I think it was Mark, right?
Who? When?
I don't know.
With awareness.
Okay.
Critical
Right, that
awareness.
was. Yes, that was when we were going into the place.
Yeah.
Up there.
So you all get 100 glory for that, but Dalan's gonna get 50 glory for unhorsing the real Dalan,
Yeah.
and then
We're both the real Dalan,
Yeah.
you know?
and then
100 glory?
so 100 glory for all of you. Dalan, you get 50 for that, and Edward, you get 25 for the critical success on the awareness check.
Alright.
So you are at 230, Dalan, you are at 280, I am at 180.
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the Winterfell. I was just pulling up something, and I got to pull up the template for you.
Yeah.
The big one. There's some.
Sorry, I sneezed. I you didn't hear the sneeze, but you heard the
Yeah,
aftermath.
we have the aftermath. We've got a template for you. Scientists have allowed Liam to make one sound. Ah.
Oh man.
Winter phase. There we go. You can find it. I'll just remind you guys. You can find it here,
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
it expanded.
and you can always open image in new window to see it larger.
We had
Goratrix is
280
now
now.
25.
I'm 27.
Edward is 26th.
You guys are old. Gonna start making aging checks soon.
Young whippersnapper.
Yeah, that's true. How old's
When do you
Perrin
start
now?
making-
Perrin is what he in 485 will be knighted, so 484 he's 20.
20. Yeah. We're 20.
Yeah. Fuck. He's boy, that day I'm gonna be exiled into the forest is coming up quick.
Yeah.
I guess that means I don't have to get married. That'd be nice.
It's still a manor.
You still
is-
technically would have to
It
get
is
married.
a manor. I think Dalan's just sad because he knows how busy you guys are gonna be, and you guys aren't gonna be able to come visit Dalan.
We
Out in the
absolutely
spooky
will
ghost
come and
forest.
visit. We absolutely
I mean,
will
if-
visit in the spooky ghost forest.
Oh, definitely. But if everything goes well, again, Edward won't be in his household anymore. He'll be in a different household.
That's right. How far north is that?
It's a good question. Well, actually, it's in a completely different county, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're definitely.
So
not
yeah,
gonna
no,
come visit.
no, be all the way in Silchester. Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Goratrix has no idea what's in the cards.
Yeah, actually,
but
I don't think
as
it's
long as
something
I-
Edward has
Considered.
No, he's considered. He just doesn't talk to you guys about it yet because that's going to be a thing. That's going to be like,
Yeah, it's gonna be a long way.
yeah.
Silchester is to the northeast a ways, I think.
Yeah, it's your immediate county to the northeast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it borders with. And I had some new insights to like how some of the dukes and stuff, those major landholders, they hold like castles throughout the whole realm. Like even your count, who's one of the only counts that's like a legitimate warlord, right? Most of the counts aren't warlords. Yours is. He has like 3 or 4 different castles, like one in Barrack, one in like.
Yeah, our count's cooler than your account, you know.
Right.
Our count could totally beat up your count.
Exactly. All right, so let's get this underway, folks. I'm excited for this.
Right.
27 now. 27.
27.
27.
Getting up there.
25 is alive.
And by 30 episodes, we'll be out of the whole, out of this.
Watch you guys come and visit Dalan in like 5 years, and Dalan be like, "Dude, I've been talking with my brother, and like, you guys are up for some shit in the next 10 years." Like, he's been spilling some gossip about Uther Pendragon. Let me tell you that.
Oh man.
I mean, if Edward hears about the art, he'll be like, "Oh, so that must be Maddox's kid."
That's not a bad thought on it. Like as far as like what
the
he
boy
thinks
king
of-
appears, we're all gonna go like, that's the guy.
Oh, it's that.
I think we'll be. I don't know how long until that, but we might be dead by then.
We'll be pretty
We'll
old
be fine. We'll be
old.
immortal.
If we survive.
if we survive. Yeah, that's the big one. I could get stabbed to death in a cabin in the woods. That's entirely possible. There's precedent for that
Gonna
one.
live forever. He's acting that way.
Okay. All right.
So the very first step is you guys are going through experience rolls. So you're going through every check. We'll do it kind of one at a time and just have you guys roll through, test them, check them. The chat can see your rolls, but you can feel free to read them as you're testing them. And,
Who would like to go first?
Do you want to go in order?
Might as well. Start with
Alright,
Goratrix.
go, Thomas.
Alrighty. Let's go with my traits, and the only time I want to fail these things. Generous. Where's
Success.
generous?
Success.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Honest. Success.
Success.
Merciful.
these are higher rolls at least.
Success.
Success.
Spiritual.
Success.
I never roll this fucking well. Suspicious.
Just killing it.
Suspicious? Suspicious is going to increase. Watch. Okay.
Nope.
I'm not
Success.
suspicious.
No.
Love of family.
I think you got this.
Uh-oh.
No, that's another success.
That
That one
would've
was
been
not
tough.
happening.
That would've been
That
That one.
No,
was
that would have been really hard.
But you're due for a 20 at some point here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honor.
Hey!
Hey. Honor 16.
That makes a lot of
Nice.
sense for Goratrix.
Yeah.
Definitely.
honor bound lad.
Now let's get on to skills. Courtesy. If I fucking... Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine that as a critical. Intrigue. Okay, 9 intrigue. I'm
Wow.
moving up in the
You're like a
world.
capable intrigue character now, almost like. That's not bad
Almost.
for a knight, you know?
Yeah.
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 Recognize
those are-
increases. Now, the fun stuff. I didn't have sword ticked because I hadn't been using it
Where the
because I've
fun
been injured.
begins.
Battle. Please, please, please.
Oh.
Ah, so close.
Oh,
So close.
bummer.
But yeah, that is me, I think. That's everything.
Alright. It's my turn.
I'm
Okay.
one sec. I'm installing something here for all 3 of you. You can pick
No.
one of the things you rolled and re-roll it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's neat.
That's... There are a lot of things I didn't succeed at.
Yep.
Hmm.
Some of them have better
You guys-
odds than others, but
yeah.
some of them are cooler to go up.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you
God.
think I should roll battle, or do you think I should re-roll
Love
spiritual,
family.
merciful, honest, generous? Love family, I don't have too much chance on. It's gonna be a 20
Yeah.
eventually.
No, but it'd be pretty cool if it was.
You can take the risk,
cool.
like. It'd be pretty cool.
I can take the risk. I might not though. I
No,
want things to
you
go
know
well.
what?
That's fair.
I was about to say,
I'd
I've seen,
recommend some of your
I've-
personality traits.
I was about to say, I've
Yeah.
seen you play XCOM. You would never make that role.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
All right,
battle.
so generous
Let's
is
do it again.
pretty high. Generous is the same as battle. Honest is
Okay.
13. Merciful, I'm torn between increasing merciful or spiritual.
I think
Spiritual.
merciful word. Well, actually, yeah. For
think
me,
it's-
I think.
Oh, sorry.
Oh god.
No, sorry.
No,
Mark,
you go ahead.
fuck you. You go.
No, fuck you. Okay. I would argue merciful. It's been pretty merciful through this, like talking about, talking through conversations, not, acting out or being cruel against people.
Choosing not to
Yeah.
duel a stranger to the death.
Yeah.
Pretty merciful.
Yeah, not to
Very good,
mention
yeah.
it's more in line with the future version of a knight, something that sets him a little bit apart. I'm going to, yeah, you're right. I'm going to re-roll merciful. Watch me not get it anyway.
Hey.
Hey! I won.
Nice.
There we go. All right. Thank you, Bob, for that.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I think that brings us on to Mark, right? With
Yes.
Correct.
Let's go. I am now rolling for vengeful. Come on. More vengeance. No. Okay.
Success.
that would have been. You're already famously
Yeah.
vengeful.
Mm.
He somehow got even angrier over the winter break.
Oh,
Hey.
merciful goes up.
Join me.
Shocking.
Join me in the light side.
Oh, yeah.
Success on
Yeah.
goal.
It stays the same.
Yeah. you
Actually,
are-
technically-
you're even
Like
Steven.
this particular year,
Technically-
your like.
Technically, because
Oh,
of
yes,
merciful
that's-
going up, that would be a 10, so it's a critical. And I don't know. Because I forgot to
Oh.
bring cruel down as I brought merciful up.
I think because can they both be ticked? Because I thought you had
I had both ticked.
I
Oh.
see.
Yeah, they can both do it.
Yeah, if you have both ticked. No, I think we would test them at the same time at their numbers. So I think merciful would
Mhm.
apply.
Okay,
to one
all right.
another.
Alright, all good then.
That's intended.
That would have been fun, but
It
yeah.
would have. We're back to where we started,
Okay.
baby.
Spiritual. My god.
Hey.
Get a little more
Hey.
spiritual.
did you say my
Yeah.
god? Yeah, damn right.
My god, yeah, damn right, my
your
god.
Though not as spiritual as
Yeah,
Florence.
your god.
Okay. Temperance. Okay, that's failure.
God, it's gonna suck in like
Vicious.
1,000. It's gonna suck in like 1,000 years when we start killing each other over slightly different Christian gods.
You mean we're not doing that now?
Not to the same degree. I mean, you and I are friends.
Honor didn't go up, sadly. Now my favorite one. Racism.
yeah.
I get a
Yeah.
chance to increase my racism.
I love it.
Racism is the meta.
Oh,
Ah,
so
so
cool.
So
close.
close.
Oh, okay. Love area.
For anyone viewing it for the first
Aw.
time, that's just our referring comment about hate, the
Yes.
hate passion.
Yes.
Gotta
We hate Saxons so
Saxon.
much.
I mean, I don't.
You hate
I have
the
lots of
Irish.
Saxon friends.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ah.
Hey,
Oh.
there you go.
that's a good one.
Rolling flirting.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Success.
maybe that'll finally work for you at one point.
Hopefully. Heraldry. Doesn't go up, sadly. Hunting. Doesn't
So
go up,
close.
sadly. I have a chance to increase intrigue. I do.
You did it. A good chance to increase intrigue.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for those. Alright.
Did you have battle
Now for-
too? Didn't you?
Yes, I do. So I get to roll for battle. chance to increase it. Do not
Okay.
succeed.
Nope.
And then sword. I can only increase this by roll.
I believe in you.
Oh,
No.
No, I don't believe in you.
Retroactively remove your faith.
Yeah, faith
Yeah.
gone. My
Okay.
spiritual goes down. I'm more worldly.
Is that everything, Mark?
Yes, but I get
Nice.
a chance to re-roll one.
Yeah, you get to reroll one thing. Yeah.
No, I could just put it all on red and roll sword again.
I'd say putting it on red is a little too broad. I'd say you're putting it all on 21
That's true.
specifically.
Yeah.
True.
Or I could try and roll 8 Saxons again. You know what? I think
Why?
because it's important, I'm going to roll Love Aria.
Yeah.
My recommendation was either that or honor, but I think Love Ira
Yeah.
works better for the current arc.
Hey,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Woo!
it's back.
Very
I
nice.
think you love Ira, I think, now as much as you love your family, right?
Yes.
That's cool.
As much as his honor. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I dig that.
All right. Cool.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
On to Liam.
It's Dalan's turn to do Dalan things. All right, first up, I gotta take on Prudent. Let's roll it. Bada bang, that's a
There you go.
fail.
Done.
Prudent goes up.
Nice.
Next, Spiritual. Here we go. Bada bang, that's a fumble.
Ooh, you're very spiritual.
Very
Take
nice.
away that worldly young man.
Does that mean anything, or do I just put
In
it
this
up
particular
one?
case, it's gonna jump by 2.
Jump by 2.
Ooh,
Sorry,
Pretty
jump to
nice.
10.
you're even.
Jump to 10. Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right, so it's up to I'm back, baby. Next, Temperate.
Believe in a magical world, bitch.
That is another
yes.
fail.
That's a good one.
Nice. That's good.
It's very,
Cool.
very befitting with your joust against an Arthurian knight to all of a sudden get all these Arthurian qualities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Cool. And then Suspicious. Let's see how Suspicious do. Another
Oh.
one.
Wow.
You're
Damn,
getting
you're
a lot
Your
really
bad luck
fucking
rolls
well.
are really working.
Yeah.
I think I got
Man.
all of your rolls, guys. I think you gave them all to me. Okay, cool. All right. Next is Loyalty Lord. Let's see how my feelings about Roderick go. That is a
Ooh.
success. No better
makes
about
sense.
no better about Roderick.
Not that you're
That
not
said-
loyal. It's just good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
15's pretty high.
Good lord.
All right, Goratrix time.
Ooh.
That is a 12 out of
Oh.
15. No more Goratrix. He's gone.
more
He's dead to
Goratrix.
me.
Gone forever.
You're dead to me.
This is so wild. Okay, and then in all of my skills, I only have one thing ticked, and it's because I ticked it. I had ended up having opportunities to tick it 3 times. It's Intrigue. That's a fail. Intrigue goes up.
Wow.
Yes.
God.
17.
That skill is
Yeah.
going to be so useless out in the middle of the woods, but boy, are they going to be so good at it.
Your
That's
hunting
not
spree
true.
will
Fucking
save you.
intrigue.
I can write letters. I can write lots of letters. I can pull some strings from behind.
Yeah.
From out in the woods. All right, and lastly, battle. That is a success, so no extra battle.
You get to reroll one of them.
Oh, I get to reroll one of them.
You've only
I
got
don't
3
care.
things, really.
Yeah.
That you...
Hmm.
I don't care about that many of them.
Oh, you bastard.
I guess I guess I'm doing Goratrix.
Don't do that if you...
I am doing Goratrix though, because I don't care about the other ones. That's the only. That's the
Aw.
one, you know. Because I failed everything else. It's that or Loyalty
Yeah,
Lord.
Exactly. Or battle.
Eh,
Yeah.
But battle's the best stat,
I am
says
actually
God.
probably gonna do battle.
But
No,
battle.
passion. No, wait,
But-
battle.
Battle.
I'm gonna do battle. That's another fail.
Oh.
Or that's a success.
That wouldn't have mattered either way.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Out of curiosity, roll Sir Goratrix.
That is still a success, buddy. Nice try.
Like, I like you just enough, just the way you.
Yeah,
I like you plenty. I like you plenty.
just enough.
All right,
It will be about 75%.
that's all. Is Gwagon going up in age? Is he 18 now? Is that correct?
He was 17 before, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he's 18
Yeah.
now. Your squires
Alright.
all go up.
Catfall's 19.
Edith is 16.
Oh, you got a little baby. You got
Mm.
a little baby on your team.
I will make him a man.
I was pretty lazy at 16, and now. Through 16 through 23. It's pretty lazy during that span of my life.
You didn't have a quasi-sadistic version of a personal trainer making you carry logs.
All right, what's next, Bob?
Okay, give me a second here.
Yep, no rush.
Please. You don't have to check. No one's doing aging yet. We are doing some family survival stuff. So,
Oh no.
yeah.
Oh
You
no!
have a daughter. I do have a daughter.
Though she's not technically part of your manor or family, so we're not
That's
gonna.
right.
I get to maintain that. But the household member survival, so we're gonna go through the uncles and Dalan's mom. Actually, be the three we're testing. Let me
Yeah.
just make sure. Yes. So,
Yeah.
all three of you, please roll 1d20 for me.
$11.
You're so fucking fast, Thomas. Jesus Christ. That's a 9.
12.
Very even spread for us.
Mm. Yeah.
All safe.
Good.
hmm Okay, then on to something different.
Completely different?
Not something included.
Not quite completely, like somewhat different. How's this?
We start playing Warhammer.
Ooh. I will be the undead counts. The vampire counts. No, wait. I want to be the the Egyptians. I want to be the Egyptian skeletons.
Kings.
Yeah, Tomb Kings.
Tomb Kings.
I like them.
So
Etc. The big awesome.
we're gonna skip the fortune misfortune events, I think, for now, because we'll
Aye.
get into that. So by the next year, like basically we'll be picking up at the end of the prologue, or sorry, not at the end of the prologue. After the prologue's over, we'll start doing the manorial sort of
Taking care of the manor
simulation.
stuff.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Because none of us are technically running our houses right now anyway,
No.
right? Yeah.
Your stewards are your mother and the two uncles right now,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
the regents and stewards of things.
Mm.
So we'll stay out of the economic circumstances, but we are going to do one thing. Let me just make sure I have the macro set up so it actually works.
Oh.
Roll for instant death.
Roll for smited.
Right?
Smote? Roll to get smote?
Roll to get the smoted.
Smoke.
Give me
Another
one.
god's working against me.
Let me see if I got it set up. I thought I did, but it's possible I forgot to do this stuff. Please wait.
Don't worry.
Huh. Did I forget that? I'll be danged.
I should make some tea.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a brief if you guys need to.
Oh no, it'd take me too long.
Oh.
I'm good. I've got a board game over here that's just been kind of sitting over here. I can mess with that while I'm waiting if I need to.
It won't be too long.
Within arm's reach. I will need to head off in about 15 minutes, though.
Okay, it shouldn't be. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and bypass this step. We will get to the. I was gonna do the justice events because I think they're fun, but we'll
Ooh.
wait. I think it'll be more entertaining with your new knights. It's something we can wait for the later game.
80.
So let's just go ahead and finish what we started. No one's getting randomly married, I assume?
No.
No.
Okay. Just want to confirm. Give you a second. Can I hear from all three just to make sure you're not intending to get...
Check, check.
Check.
So, Mark, Liam, you're
Check.
not planning on getting randomly married, correct?
No.
I feel like that's only gonna complicate my life right now.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
know?
Yeah, Goratrix doesn't know what he's doing, but he figures staying the course is what he knows best.
For sure. Give me 1 second. Pulling up a table here. Okay, so we're gonna get you guys to roll for me. We're gonna do something new here called Squire. Like these are like Squire events. So these are events over the winter phase where it's between your knight and your squire. Kind of see what goes down. These are learning opportunities for you to teach your squire something, and they're worth about 10 glory each. If successful, they also have an impact on who your squire is.
Alrighty.
Let's start with the top. We'll do Thomas. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Absolutely. 66.
66 is community.
Instant death.
Community. Okay.
Oh,
So,
that community's good too.
so I think this is an opportunity. These are typically something where your squire has done something not appropriate, like they're not doing the right thing, and it's an opportunity for you to step in and fix that or make it a teachable moment. I think with community, it might have to do with maybe the way he's treating the commoners. So you're
He's
finding
very honorable, but he's also very lazy. So I can see him cutting a lot of corners.
Yeah, so perfect. So I'm thinking, what's the character's name again? Edith, right?
Edith.
Yeah. So I think Edith is you're finding that you're giving him chores to do, and then you find out that he's passing the chores on to the servants and telling them not to let you know, or else like he's basically threatening them not to not threatening, that's a harsh word, but he's implying a threat if they should expose the fact that he's doing this. So this goes on for like a month where you're like, oh, he's been really good in the stables lately, like everything's getting done.
Then I like passing by one day, I see someone else mucking it out, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So this moment's with you and Edith. Like, how do you want to approach this scenario?
Goratrix is going to do it from a position of honor, because he just increased that, and he and Edith, I think, are just famous there now. So he's going to say, we have a responsibility to not just ourselves, but to those below us. You have a responsibility to me, and to yourself as well. When you pass off those burdens onto the others, they get weighed down with more than their lot in life. You should not let your own proclivities get in the way of your duties to these people, and indeed to me. Now, muck up the stables while I get all of these girls to watch you.
Okay. I think what would be most appropriate for this is you instilling some since his laziness is really ultimately what's behind this.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get you to test energetic, and if you're successful, his lazy will go down by 1.
My energetic is a 17, so
Yep.
if I fail this, God hates me. 6. I
Okay.
succeed.
All right, so you have 10 glory, and you gain Edith gets a +1 to energetic, -1 to lazy.
Beautiful. All right, 15 lazy. Still big, but better.
I think it's cool
Alrighty.
too because we get to learn things about these squires, like especially if we had
Yeah.
longer to do. All right, so we're gonna go down
and
the
how
list.
we relate to them. But yes,
Exactly. So the next one is just for a sense of speeding along here. Mark, we're going with Edward and Cadfile. Go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
Okay, let's go. There we go. This one's instant death, I can tell.
Strength.
ooh,
Yeah, that's super befitting. I think Cadfile probably doesn't embody the word strength from what we've seen of him on the
No.
screen.
Not
I
in the
think-
way Edward does.
Do you got any ideas for what this might look like as far as like a teachable moment for him?
That's a good question. I feel like the team could be like the idea of, the importance of keeping up one training in pretty much any scenario. The idea that even letting go for just a moment is enough could be the difference between you winning a battle and you dying.
Okay. And I think that's interesting because I think Cadfile is at risk of aging out of Squire and not being knighted, right? Because he's lacking the valorous, he's not particularly physically capable, so he's risking, the possibility of being overlooked in that department.
Yeah.
So what approach would Edward have for this?
Oh, beating the Lested into him. That's Edward's style.
Like physically,
Like through like training and
okay.
using like wooden swords and just like constantly hammering at him, trying to defend himself. While adding the words to it to literally let it sink in.
Okay, I like it. What do you want to test here? I'll take anything martial, but that's going to be the thing you're handing off to him.
I
So
wonder
Can I
what
test-
to go for.
Sword.
You can.
do it.
It's funny because you started the year by training this guy with sword, and now you're capping it off with training him in sword.
Crit!
Oh, that's a crit. Yeah.
All right. I'm going
That's
to
a
say
natural
that
crit, yeah.
the Cadfile
You
jumps.
decapitate him.
He jumps.
You do
Instant
67
death.
damage.
Lesson learned. Yeah. You can go ahead and.
He'll remember it the rest of his life.
Does Cadfile have a sword skill yet on his list?
I believe he does, because I think I gave it to him last time. Hold on. I'm having trouble opening the page. Here we go. Entourage. Sword 14.
Sword's now 16.
Hell yeah.
Boy.
He's still a bit weak, but his skill is shining through now.
Mm.
And keep in mind, Sword
He's-
16 is like pretty good. Like there are knights.
It's
Very
a famous trait, isn't it? Like, does that make it a famous trait?
Yeah, he's
He's a squire and he's got a famous trait sword.
In fairness, I'd expect nothing less of a squire of Edward.
Oh, definitely.
All right, and so I think this is one of those things where he's like, it's like a montage. Like we get the whole, him starting out and his sword's leaving his hand constantly, and there's sweat and tears, and as it gets better and better, and finally by the end, there's like this one move he pulls where he actually disarms Edward for a moment. Kind of, Edward's not at full, he's training him, so he's not impassioned using his greatest, but there's a moment.
It's not trying to kill him. Yeah.
Gets the best of you for a moment and actually surprises you.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Let's move on to Dalan. Dalan, please roll me. Liam, roll me a D100.
D100 coming up. That is not correct. I didn't do it right.
No.
That's an 80, sir.
80.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I know what this one is.
It's health.
Uh-oh.
The opposite of instant death.
Slow death.
Slow death. The slow death of the health.
Okay, what does Gwigon have for, like, what are his higher skills or traits or passions right now?
I
It
believe he has shit. He's got 15 suspicious, 15 hospitality are his 2 highest.
Okay. Anything else anything else notable on there?
He's got a 13 in singing and an 11 in generous.
No, none of that really applies. I think what we'll say, so health, I'm thinking this is a con-based sort of thing, or physically he's sickly, let's say.
Sure.
So he gets a really bad winter.
He caught a cold in the magic spooky forest.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
Oh, he's not gonna like me at all.
And he lost his voice, singing voice, during this time.
Oh
Like his little
no!
laryngitis. So what is the teachable moment? How's Dalan gonna swing this in positive form?
Let's say he's moping quite a bit about it, It's something that he enjoys doing, and him not having access to it is really bothering him. Maybe he's thinking about, like, what if this is permanent? Like, this is something that I enjoy. I can't, It's something that's stressing him out. And Dalan will just kind of sit down next to him and goes, Gwigon. In life, oftentimes, we face challenges. Things that come and irrevocably shake up the status quo of our lives. Things change, and sometimes for the worst. But if you're patient and you keep an open mind and an open heart, you'll never let anything stop you. You'll find a way through. And if you hope and practice, I'm certain that this will only be temporary for you. And even if it wasn't, you'll find some strength somewhere.
All right. What is Dalan's prudent?
Higher now. It is 11.
That's not very high. I'm just thinking.
It's not.
No. Versus being reckless. That was where my mind first went with the tale you told. But I'm trying to think if there's another one that makes sense.
Valorous, being brave enough to put forward through any challenge. I'm a 16 in that.
I'm supportive of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me the test.
While you're rolling that, how much glory did Edward get?
10 glory for his. Oh wait, he critical, so 20 glory for that. Only
There
because
you go.
That is a
success.
14 out of 16 success. Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna say that he had 10 plus. He had 11 in Valorous. Now he has a 12.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
I'm
is
making
important
such
because he's, as a
a
knight,
brave little
like,
lad.
if you're below 15, you're not in a good place. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What a brave little lad.
okay, so those conclude those, which means we don't have too much left in the. I think it's just a choice on. The only thing you have left is to choose what you're raising, so you get to do training and practice. So this is where you add 1d6 plus 1 to any skills up to 15, so you can add like a pool of points to your skills. Or you can add 1 point to any skill up to 20, or you can increase an attribute, trait, or passion by 1.
I know what I'm doing. I'm increasing my size back from where it was damaged down by my major wound.
Mm.
I'm going from size 17 to size 18, the max.
Size cannot increase after age 21.
Oh, can't it? Oh, never mind.
Oh, buddy.
It can, however, climb back up when you calculate glory and you beat another glory threshold. You get an extra point right whenever you do that. So
Somebody, quick,
Nice.
bring
Okay.
Goratrix 30 chickens. He's got to eat them right now, and he's got to eat them
Well,
raw.
So
Any
every ti-
leg,
yeah, every
any
time
I
eggs
need
they lay.
protein. I need protein and everything else. Okay, so I can't increase size.
not with the training and practice.
I'm going to increase sword to 20.
I'm shocked. Shocked.
Well, to the 20 sword gang.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Which you might be leaving soon, depending on what you train and practice. That is me done. Could
Okay,
be the 21 sword gang.
down to Edward.
I don't think I can.
Oh,
Isn't
yes,
20 the
that's-
max? Yeah, 20 is the max for this.
That you can raise this way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only way I can is
20.
playing a 20
Gotcha.
on sword.
And glory.
And glory. True. I'm gonna spread out some points. So
Remember,
roll
those are only up to 15 if you do that.
only up to 15. Yeah.
Okay.
6 plus 1. 4.
4.
Now,
Pretty
the
good.
question is, how do I split this or 1? You know what? I'm gonna put it all into flirting, taking that up to 8.
I was
Fair enough.
also thinking about doing that.
Edward's been practicing.
Yeah.
Taking the Lord's
Your hair's really nice today.
commands seriously. And then
Oh, definitely.
And then okay, Liam, your choice now.
So I'm going back and forth on whether or not I should up my love family to 18, or if I should take the roll and dump it all into orate. What do you guys think? I have an 8 in orate, which I think is still the highest out of all of us.
So,
Alright,
Orate's not
wouldn't
bad.
be bad if you want to increase it.
It's
So,
come up a
upping up
couple
your
of times
passions?
now.
I think your passions is really good, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll bring it.
You get a
I mean,
lot of opportunity to.
it's already Love Family's already my highest. It's a 17. If I bring it up to an 18, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'd say love a family because it's applied more often during, all that's been going on.
That's true.
I probably
That's true.
agree. Yeah.
All
As
right.
well, because you can roll as a passion add
Yep.
to other things.
I'm doing
Yeah.
it. I'm doing it. Love Family's going up to 18 after my harrowing events in the forest.
Gotcha.
Mm.
And that's me.
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing then is we're gonna calculate glory, but before we do, you're each gonna add in glory for every trait in passion of 16 plus. If you have anything of
Ooh.
any trait or passion of 16 plus, that's a single point, like 1 glory, 2 glory.
I see.
Okay. 1, 2.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's just traits and passions, not skills, yes?
Correct. Just traits and passion.
Oh. Okay.
In that case,
Above 16, right?
I got 4.
Or 6? Is it 16 or above? Or
16 or above. 16 plus.
okay.
I got 4.
Dalan with 4.
2.
Edward
And
with
yeah.
2. Alrighty, I'm gonna repost my thing in Glory Tracker for you guys.
Perfect. And
So-
then there's only
Does
one quick
Yeah,
step
sorry.
afterwards. No, go ahead.
Mm.
Ask your question.
no, it already applied because he unhorsed Dalan and got the extra 50.
Yeah.
All right. So the only step left is to determine whether or not you guys what your new glories are,
Mm.
and what they
My
were
current
previously.
glory is page 294.
294. All right, let me. 3284 plus 293.
I have officially. Sorry, I'm at 3072.
Oh yeah. I am at 3,477.
Okay. What about Dalan?
Stand by.
We may have to use maths.
I am at 3,420.
Okay, so all of you were below 3,000 before.
No, I was above 3,000.
No.
Only Mark was below it.
Only
Okay.
only Edward was below.
So all of you are considered notable knights, where previously Edward was respected, and you two are notable. With that jump, Mark, you get to add 1 point to any attribute, trait, passion, or skill. And yes, this can include sword.
I think
Did
you
we
know
get
where
to
I'm
do it?
putting this.
Yeah, the last time.
Yeah.
And we need to go through the winter phase episode, the last winter phase we
Yeah.
did, and see whether or not you guys got this point or not.
Took
But every
that.
time you
I
press
feel like
the
we
1,000,
did, but we've done a couple, so it's
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
to tell if my memory is just blending
I
together.
encourage you guys, if you feel like you're missing one, please feel free to go back a few episodes. You should be able to find the one with the winter phase. You know, it'll be like the last
Yeah.
episode that says 480,
481.
482.
482.
Yeah.
Hey Mark, are you at 22 sword now?
21.
21.
No, 22.
Do you want to challenge Jaredith to a fucking fight?
Oh, 100%. Challenge him to a duel.
All right.
That would be great.
I think that concludes everything.
I think so.
Yeah, great episode, guys. Thanks for sticking through the winter phase. Winter phase will get more fun with the Justice events and the other stuff, but still pretty cool to go through it right now. So we'll do
I'm
our
looking
out.
forward to them. Sorry to rush things.
And sorry to be so quick. I just want to make sure we get out in time for you, Thomas. So I'm Bob.
Thanks very much, and I'm
Ram.
sorry.
This is my game, and we're almost on the prologue. I'm super happy and sad about it because these characters are cool. 484 is going to be a wild year. It's going to be some good fun, and we're going to have
Gonna
some
be a
guests
wild year.
joining us
that
for
our-
the close.
Is that our last prologue year?
Last prologue year.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
So we jump into things with the Easter Court next time we meet up. Also, we will be adding a new book to the mix, which is the Book of Battle. Please read that over.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, I shall.
Or
Should do that.
we might even sit down with a session, depending on how prepped I am for things, and maybe go over the rules together next time we meet. But that is all I have to say. I have nothing else. Thanks for watching, and I'll pass it down to Thomas.
Absolutely. Hello, I've been Thomas and remain Thomas, and I've been playing Sir Goratrix. It's been a pleasure playing with you guys, and yeah, final year of my himbo boy. That's going to be strange.
Mark.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Handy. By the way, did you know we have a Discord? Come check us out. Come check out all the shit posting and memes and other things.
Mostly that.
I like the other things.
Otherwise, I have been Mark. I have been playing Sir Edward, and I hope you. Or whatever time it is.
Yeah.
Liam.
I'm Liam. Hi everybody. I'm Liam. I was Liam. I am Liam. I was Sir Dalan of Durnford, one of them. I had a wonderful time tonight. If you want to see more of me, follow me at Twitter at Darth Coakley. I do sometimes Twitch stream under the same name, and I will have a YouTube up very soon that will be doing some cool DC Universe stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'm very
Nice.
excited. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Everybody go to bed, get some rest.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.